Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? So here we are for the College Football Playoffs National Championship game between TCU and Georgia. And so kickoff is on the way. And so let's get this one started. And so obviously TCU, they finished 13 and 1 so far to get to this point, and they're going against 14 and 0 Georgia here. And so really this game is going to come down to, for me, how does TCU offense going to be able to, like, how many points are they going to be able to put up against this Georgia defense here? That's going to be the question, and we're going to find out here as TCU gets the football here first. Let's see how things get started here. All right, so here we go. They're going to line up in the shotgun here. First and 10 from their own 25-yard line here. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. And even the first play here, we already have a penalty here. Call it some nerves, will ya? And so we've got Black Medicine here. He says, roll damn tide. We've got Kenneth, what's good with ya? We got Carmichael, what's good with ya? And so again, that first play, they're going to back them up 5 yards. So now we're looking at first and 15 from their own 20-yard line. And again, for TCU, I'm sure there's a lot of nerves here. Obviously a huge game for the program here. And so how will they manage those nerves? We'll find out here early. Takes a snap out of the shotgun. In the pocket, moving, throws it, and overthrew a guy. He had a guy there, but overthrew him. Incomplete. Second and 15 coming up. Let's see. But yeah, how are you guys doing? I am doing well. Kenneth says, hey, my friend, how are you doing? I am doing great. Carmichael says, hello, JB. How are you? I am doing great. Hoping that we get a fantastic game today. And again, Max Dugan, the Trophy finalist, up there in the shotgun, takes a snap, quick pass there to the receiver. Got to make somebody miss, takes on the contact, picks up about a good 3 yards on the play. Third down coming up. All right, so already third down here, and if I'm TCU here, you really want to set the tone here early, come out firing. The last thing you want to do is give Georgia the football here early. Let's see, third and 12, shotgun formation here. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. Ball right now at their own 23-yard line. Let's see, Black says Dugan should have won the Heisman. All right, here we go to the shotgun. Takes a snap. Throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. That's going to bring up fourth down. And so on their first drive, not much there. And they will end up punting the ball. Yeah, I certainly thought that he had the hype to win the Heisman towards the time. But I guess voters probably started voting a little too early. But yeah, we got fourth down coming up. And TCU will punt the ball. Punting from their own 23-yard line. Kicks on the way. Let's see if we get a return here. Fair catch is symboled and caught at their own 43-yard line. So that is where UGA will take over from their own 43-yard line. All right, so first possession really just took a minute off the clock, and we're already here for UGA. All right, so here we go for the Bulldogs here. We got a shotgun here. Three receivers towards the bottom of the screen. One tight end, one back. And now UGA has movement here that's going to back them up 5 yards. So both teams here, first offensive plays, starting off with penalties here. This time it's UGA. Meanwhile, I'm putting together the first poll question here. All right, here we go. First and 15. They take the snap. Going to give it to the back. And the back off the right guard. Picks up a nice pickup there. We've got second down coming up here. Let's see. Carmichael says, JB, I picked Georgia to win. And so, what score do you have? Let me know your score for this matchup. I got Georgia winning probably. If we have a high scoring game, then UGA probably wins 42 to 31. All right, here we go. They're going to go five wide here. Shotgun formation, 2nd and 8 here from their own 45-yard line. They take the snap. Bennett looks, throws it, and that's going to be completed there. Nice pickup, taking it into TCU territory here. Braden, what's good with you? What's good with you? Braden says, "Hey JB." Kenneth says, "What NFL playoff schedule are you doing for this weekend?" And so, yeah, for this weekend, I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep the same schedule with Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I'll probably do all the latest games. I'm thinking most likely, but definitely when it comes to Saturday's matchup, the Chargers and the Jaguars, I'm gonna be streaming that one. I know Monday night the Buccaneers and the Cowboys. Sunday night, I forget which game is the last one that plays. But here we go. Bennett looking. Gonna dump it off to the back here. We do have a penalty here. So we do have a penalty. Let's see what the penalty is going to be. But based upon where they marked it, though, that would be close to the first down marker. Let's see. Carmichael said you think 42 to 31 and TCU gets a touchdown late. So you're saying this game is going to be done. Let's see. Braden says JB wearing his TCU colors tonight. If these are my TCU colors, then I messed up bad. All right, so after the penalty there, we had a legal shift. All right, so UGA is going to line up in a shotgun here, and now we've got 1st and 15 again after another penalty here. Guy goes in motion, takes a snap, fakes to the back. Bennett looking, throws it short, and it's caught. And excellent job just fighting for the extra yards there. And he's going to be about 2, 3 yards shy of the first down. Let's see. Carmichael says, I hope the Steelers sign Tremaine Edmonds. And that time, yeah, excellent call there. He was open. All right, so we got 2nd and 3. Again, this is the first drive of the game offensively here for UGA, and they're already moving the football here. Facing TCU's 27-yard line. They snap the ball here, gives it to the back, shaking off a couple guys here and stumbles all the way to the TCU 20-yard line. So 20 yards away from the end zone here. Will UGA score on their first offensive possession of the game? Let's see. Kenneth says the Bengals and Ravens Sunday night football playoffs game. And so, well, Sunday I might end up doing that one. Then again, I might take the one that comes on before that one, but most likely I'll probably end up just doing the Bengals and Ravens. I really wish Lamar Jackson would play, but yeah, I'll probably still end up doing that game. All right, but here we go. 1st and 10, takes a snap. And Bennett decides to keep it there, and Bennett gets into the end zone. He was not touched. Nobody touched him. It was easy. He practically could have walked in there. I mean, he pushed the stroller all the way into the end zone there. 21 yards. I don't think the cameraman knew he had the ball until he was in the end zone. Wow. Too easy. You don't even get that on NCAA football when you put it on freshman mode. I mean, that is too easy. Too easy. Where was the defender? Let's see. Braden says thoughts on Cliff Kingsbury getting fired. I saw it coming a mile away, Braden. I mean, when I was talking about coaches that would get fired, he was one of the first ones that came to mind for me because he lost the team. Meanwhile, extra point is up. Extra point is good. So UGA, their first offensive drive of the game, made it look easy. They ran the ball. They threw the ball. And they moved it all the way into the end zone. And there was nothing TCU did to stop them or even slow them down. Easy touchdown for UGA. But yeah, Cliff Kingsbury, I mean, he lost the team. It's not like you're stuck with Kyler Murray. You paid him too much money. You're stuck with him. Something had to change. So you had to move on from Cliff Kingsbury. You just had to. I mean, everywhere he's been, he has just really been losing, honestly. I mean, he'll start off okay, then he'll just start falling apart. So they had to move on from him. They need a coach that's going to be a real leader and stuff like that. And that's not what he was for Arizona. Let's see. Carmichael says, I've been looking at the draft board, and I honestly think a player that could fall is linebacker Jalen Campbell's from Iowa. And you know, Braden knows a little something about them Iowa players. Braden says that was quick. And so, yeah, just like that, UGA scored a touchdown there, and they're leading on the scoreboard. But when it comes to the poll, TCU right now is leading the votes out of 11 votes here. I spoke too soon. Now it's tied through 12 votes here. 50% say UGA, 50% say TCU. Let's see. Carmichael says someone needs to bring in the Chiefs offensive coordinator for head coach. And so I doubt that's going to happen, but you never know. You never know, but I doubt that's going to happen. And so let's see. Carmichael says I meant Jack Campbell. But again, right now we are at the commercial here. Both teams had the football once for TCU. They held the football for a minute, but Georgia came out there and, hey, they knew what to do. They went out there and scored. They've done it before, and it looked like it. So UGA leads this one 7-0, but an opportunity for TCU to respond here early in the first quarter with 11 minutes and a second to go. Let's see, Black says they'd have to be hella desperate. And so, what do you guys think the Chicago Bears should do with the first overall pick? Should they trade it for more picks? Should they keep it? What should the Bears do? All right, but still currently right now at the commercial. And let's take a look at UGA on that drive. So Bennett was 2 for 2 passing for 33 yards through the air. Meanwhile, on the ground, UGA had 3 carries for 34 yards. So they had 34 yards on the ground, 33 through the air. That's about as even as you get. Let's see. Black says Will Anderson. Oh yeah, Will Anderson, something special. I mean, it's hard to improve upon the season that he had the year before. So obviously, every time people played him, they were looking to figure out where he was, and he had to fight through 2 guys every time. So statistically, it may look like a dip, but believe me, it was not a dip at all. All right, so we got UGA lined up for the kickoff here. Kickoff on the way. Let's see if we get a return by TCU. No return there, and so TCU will take over from their own 25-yard line here for their second offensive possession of the game. Let's see. Black says, nah, build the O-line by a mile. Let's see. Braden says, draft Will Anderson or trade it. Let's see. Carmichael says, Will Anderson gets pick number 1. I feel like if you're the Bears, the best move is to trade back to someone that's looking to draft a quarterback, acquire multiple picks. Because one lineman, that's great, but you need multiple linemen on that offensive line. So, and a lot of pieces and all like that. So that's what I would do if I was the Bears. But here we go for TCU. Down 7-0 here. Second offensive possession of the game. The guy that many believe should have won the Heisman back there at quarterback. 4 receivers, takes a snap, fakes it to the back. He's got a defender in front of him. He's hit by 2 or 3 defenders there. He tried to stiff arm his way out of that one. Nah, not going to happen. These are some grown men in front of you. Not going to happen. And so, James, what's good with you? What's good with you? James says Georgia's going to take a bite out of the Horned Frogs tonight. And so far, it is really looking that way. But you can see he got back there quickly and got him for the sack. Let's see. Carmichael says my friend got locked in the boys' locker room. And so he got locked in there. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation. There's 2nd and 16. Quick pass there to the slot receiver. Got to make somebody miss. Excellent tackling there by UGA. He picked up a yard or 2 on the play. We got 3rd down coming up here. 3rd and 14 from the TCU 21-yard line. So here we go. Once again, 3rd and long right now for TCU. They got to start converting on some of these 3rd downs here. Otherwise, this game can get out of hand before it gets started here. This is very important for TCU early in this first quarter that they got to come out and show that, you know, what they showed against Michigan, that they can continue to keep that going here against UGA in that defense. 3rd and 14 here. Receiver goes in motion. Takes the snap. Looking. Dugan in the pocket, throws it, and incomplete, incomplete. Even if he caught the ball, he would have been short. That's going to bring up fourth down and the punt unit once again. Let's see. Carmichael says, if I'm looking at the Bears, I would trade back and get picks. But wait a second. There is a penalty here. And they're gonna call holding on UGA. Let me see a replay. All right, so defensive holding there. Wow. Well, gifted a first down here. It's all about opportunities here. Can they take advantage? They're going to go five wide here. Receiver goes in motion here. They're going to give it to the receiver that went in motion here, and he's going to try to get to the edge here, and he lost the ball. He fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball. I think UGA's got it, but let's see what they do. And UGA does have it. How in the world do you fumble the ball? You just got a gift. They just gave you the first down. You're already out here making mistakes. What is going on? They're looking like the TCU from last year. What in the world is going on so far in this one? I get nerves and all of that, but this is not a start to the game you need if you're TCU. Wow. All right, let's see. Braden says the Falcons or Panthers should trade up to number one. Let's see. Black says, thankfully, it wasn't at Penn State. Carmichael said, I think the Panthers are desperate. Black says, fumble. And so, fumble, yes, indeed. So, UGA gifted with prime opportunity. If we'd have known that, we'd have just gone ahead and let them punt the ball. But, hey, turnovers. This is what UGA does. So now, great field position here, already in TCU territory. They take the snap out of the shotgun. Gonna run a trick play here. Get the ball to the big guy. Let him rumble. And he's gonna pick up a nice 5 yards there. And again, that is Bowers, their tight end. So now we got second down coming up. All right, 2nd and 5 coming up after that 5 yard pickup. 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and already UGA here trying to take a two-score lead. Bending up under center. Fakes it. Looking. Throws it. And, receiver went up there, climbed the ladder to make that reception, and that is a catch. So now they're in the red zone here. UGA already up 7-0 here in the red zone. That time, excellent play fake there. And I mean, receiver went up there and got that one. Quarterback put it up there where only his guy can get it, and he had to go up there to get it. But here we go, 1st and 10. They're lining up in the shotgun here. Multiple tight ends, two tight ends, two receivers. Bauer goes in motion, takes the snap. Ben is going to hand it to the back up the middle, and the back is going to pick up 3 yards on the carry. We got 2nd and 7 here from the TCU 10-yard line. Again, this drive got started thanks to a fumble from TCU. So UGA looking to capitalize off the turnover. 2nd and 7 here, and again, first quarter here. It's 7 minutes and 55 seconds to go. UGA already up 7-0. Look at the difference in total yards so far in this one. UGA has 90, TCU just 1. Not the way you want to start if you're TCU, but here we go. Shotgun formation. You need 10 yards for a touchdown. Gets the snap. Bennett looking. Throws it over the middle. Incomplete. Defender gets a hand on it. Incomplete. We got third down coming up here. 3rd and 7. For TCU defensively, you have to get this stop here. As Braden just said, this could get ugly. It has the potential to get ugly. I'm not even going to lie. This has the potential to get ugly, so you do not need UGA to get a touchdown here if you're TCU. And for the sake of all of us watching here who won a good game, we need TCU defense to stand up here on third down. But here we go. Bennett, every game that he's won in the playoffs, he's pretty much been their MVP. Let's see if he can live up to the hype here. 3rd and 7. Shotgun formation there, trips at the bottom of the screen. Takes the snap. Looking, TCU bringing pressure. He throws it. It's completed, but excellent tackling there. And so fourth down's going to get brought up here. He picked up 3 yards, but it was about 4 yards shy of getting that first down. If that guy doesn't make the tackle, he goes into the end zone. So excellent tackle there by TCU. Fourth down coming up. This will bring out the field goal unit for UGA. Let's see. Black says, only if they drag Arthur Smith's playbook across the screen, Braden. Yeah, we don't need that. But here we go. A 24-yard field goal attempt for UGA to try to take a 10-0 lead here early in the first quarter. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So UGA now up 10-0. And so we're about to hit the commercial here in the first quarter with 6 minutes and 51 seconds left to go. But UGA leads this one 10-0. But I will say this for TCU. That was a stand in which the defense had to hold them to 3 points there. If UGA gets a touchdown, my goodness. So yeah, they had to hold them to 3 points there. So the defense, I will give them credit for that, because the offense put them in a bad situation to start with. Let's see. Black says Neo is excited about that. Braden says LOL Black Medicine. Yeah, so the field goal is good. And so far right now for TCU, they've only got 1 yard so far, and we're more than halfway through the first quarter here. I need to see something on this drive here. I do not need to see TCU come out there, go 3 and out, or, something like that. I need them to come out there and, show us, that they belong. We saw what they did. I'm not questioning if they belong or not, but I need to see them show up in this game, because this game can really get ugly if they don't. But let's see. So far, we got 37 votes in right now, and 70% believe that UGA will beat this championship game. And if you also want to go ahead and let me know your score projection as well, let us know here in the chat also. You can reference it later in the game if you're correct. But right now, UGA is up 10-0. What do you think the final score is going to be when it's all said and done? And so, 80s, what's good with you? What's good with you? 80 says JB's frogs are getting smoked. Well, it's still early. It's still early in this one. So plenty of football to be played. But I do need to see Max Dugan go out there and, bring it. He's got to bring it. This is the game. He's led his team so far all this way. This is the kind of game that you got to go out there and really bring it. But glad to have you here, 80s. And congratulations to your Eagles also for securing their that first round bye. I know that's important considering, everybody getting healthy and all that stuff. So that was big. All right, so here we go. Braden's got UGA winning 38-33. I'm going to stick with my final score that I had earlier of UGA winning 42-31 over TCU. I'm going to stick with that score. Let's see. 80 says the Eagles win the NFC. Pats didn't make the playoffs, just in case you didn't know. 80s. There was no reason to bring that up. No reason to bring that up at all. Very sore topic there. Even Mike was nice about that. You didn't have to do that. All right, so we are going to get ready to come back here from the commercial again. Here in the first quarter with 6 minutes and 51 seconds to go, UGA up 10-0 so far. Let's see, Black says UGA 35 and the Texas Cornflakes University 36. So he's going with the TCU to pull off a tremendous game. 80 says Georgia 35-17. All right, so here we go, getting ready for the kickoff here. Let's see if TCU will get a return. UGA's lined up here, and kickoff is on the way. Kind of angled that kick. Nice kick on that one, and no return. So therefore, TCU will take over from their own 25-yard line. And let's see what the offense does this time for their third time out there. Braden says, fly, Eagles, fly. Hope you guys make the Super Bowl, beat the Vikings. Let's see, Braden says, LOL Black Medicine. All right, so here we go. Max Dugan goes out there for the third time here. Let's see if he can get a rhythm going here. I feel like what they need is a couple first downs here to really get things going right now. You're going to have to get some first downs. But here we go. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. From their own 25-yard line, takes a snap. Going to give it to the back, up the middle. The back fights for about 4 or 5 yards on the carry. Second down coming up for TCU. And that's what they need. On first down here, they've got to make it to where when they have third down, it's third and short. Because the last couple of times we've been looking at third and long. They don't need any more third and long so far. But here we go. 4 receivers, 1 back. Shotgun formation again. Making adjustments on the sideline. They need 6 yards for the first down. Let's see. Braden says 43 people here. Let's go. Bet. Let's go. TCU takes a snap. Offensive line gives him time. He's going to take a deep shot. Has a man wide open. And so look at that. Wow, still running. Before he gets pushed out of bounds, he was wide open. And if you make that pass on stride, that would have been a touchdown. That is what we needed to see from him. That's what got this team here so far. Big play, and they needed to see it. And quite honestly, we need to see that as well. But can they capitalize off of that big play and get into the end zone here? They need 11 more yards to get into the end zone. They're already hurried up here. They're going to take the snap. I like it. They take the snap, give it to the back. He's fighting forward, picks up about a good 5 yards on the play. They're about 6 yards away from the end zone. Let's see, Black says, big play. He says, did you watch Aaron Rodgers throw it off the field with Randall Corn on the Cobb last night? I did see it. I did see it in typical Aaron Rodgers fashion. I did see it. Braden says, I don't think so, 80s. I think he plays one more season with us. Let's see what 80 says. Thanks, Braden. Was that Aaron Rodgers last season with the Packers? I think Rodgers comes back, but right now we do have an injured player, number 97 for UGA, so hoping that he's okay. Medical staff is looking at him right now, and so we are hitting the commercial here. But yeah, I do feel that Aaron Rodgers comes back one more time because, quite frankly, Green Bay gave him way too much money, and so he's going to have to come back if he decides to play, and Rodgers is going to want to play, so best believe he's coming back. Let's see, 80 says he was more wide open than JB at Bojangles Buffet. Hey, nobody's catching me. That's the difference, though, 80s. Nobody's catching me if that's the case. Braden says Georgia's secondary hasn't played well the last two games. Let's see. Black says at 80s. Hey, that was a good one. That was a good one. Not gonna lie, that was a good one. Well, yeah, that was a big play, and so far in this one, I mean, huge play right there by Max Duggan to get his team in position right now. But you got to capitalize. They need 6 more yards when we come back here. They've got to be able to capitalize and get into the end zone. Because this is the kind of game, if you're going to beat UGA, you've got to come away with touchdowns as opposed to field goals. So, really going to be looking forward to seeing what happens when we come back here. Obviously, hoping that number 97 for UGA, that he is okay and that he gets up and walk off on his own. But going to be looking to see how that plays out. But again, we are here in the first quarter, 5 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Right now, UGA up 10-0, but TCU knocking on the door, trying to get their first points of this championship game. And right now, 57 votes in, and we have 67% saying that UGA is going to win this contest here, 33% with TCU. A lot's going to happen, but hey, if TCU gets a touchdown, that's going to make things interesting. My thing is, when it comes to TCU's defense, though, they're going to have to find ways to get UGA off the field. Last couple drives there, I mean, last time it wasn't their fault, though, that turnover. You can't have turnovers. You got to win the turnover battle against this team there. But hey, let's see. Let's see. Eddie says JB said Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady next year, San Francisco and Las Vegas. And so I can see Brady going to Las Vegas. I can see that. But I do not see Tom Brady going to San Francisco. San Francisco does not want Tom Brady. They don't want Tom Brady no matter what year Tom Brady's in. Rookie, first year, fifth year, 10th year. San Francisco does not want Tom Brady. They've made it very clear. Let's see. Eddie says, Black, how was JB's bachelor party? Trying to get people in trouble, I see. All right, but we should be coming back from the commercial any minute now. But again, it is 2nd and 5. And so 5 yards, get them a first down. 6 yards, gets them into the end zone. All right, so here we go. We're back here. 6 yards away from the end zone. Shotgun formation. Two receivers at the bottom of the screen. Takes the snap, gives it to the back up the middle, and the back is going to be about a yard shy of getting that first down and 2 yards away from the end zone. So we got 3rd and 1 coming up right now. So 1 yard gets you the first, 2 yard gets you into the end zone. If I'm TCU, there's no doubt this close. I'm going for the touchdown. If UGA makes a stop here, we're going for the touchdown here. But UGA is a massive team here, so it's going to come up to the offensive line for TCU. Can they win this battle here? 3rd and 1. Shotgun formation again. Receiver goes in motion. Takes the snap. Fakes it to the back. Dugan's going to keep it, and he's going to score for a touchdown for TCU. And so now TCU is on the board. Love what I saw from them this possession here. They capitalized off the big play and got into the end zone on a 2 yard touchdown run there by Max Duggan. And so now we've got ourselves a game. Black says she got making it through up across two islands. And so I don't think we're talking about the same JB there. Let's see. So 5 plays, 75 yards, and over 2 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. So TCU on the board now, trailing 10-7 here. But man, massive drive, and that is exactly what I wanted to see from TCU there. Let's see. Black out there telling it all, I see. Let's see. Eddie says, damn, Black, I thought JB could handle his liquor. But again, right now we are at the commercial here in the first quarter with 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Both teams have scored a touchdown. UGA leads it 10-7 right now. And so far, statistically speaking, though, Stetson Bennett, he is 4 of 5 right now for 52 yards through the air. As for Max Duggan for TCU, he is 3 of 5 for 65 yards through the air, including that long bomb that he had to Darius Davis earlier in this drive. And on the ground, UGA has 5 carries for 42 yards. Stetson Bennett's responsible for 21 of those yards. And for TCU as a team, they have 6 carries for 11 yards so far. Let's see, Black says he was stopped at the goal line by the killer sunrise. That'll do it. But again, right now, currently at the commercial here. But right now, 67 votes in there. And so far, UGA still leading the poll here. 66%. Let's see, Eddie says, Black, that is the MVP joke of the night, LOL. Well, the night's just getting started. Maybe someone else can top it. But we'll see how UGA responds. You know, they're up 10-7 right now. TCU just scored a touchdown, had a big play here. But UGA, they've been in the big game before here. Let's see how they respond. Let's see. 80 says, are you streaming any NFL wild card games this weekend? And so, yes, 80s, I will be streaming Saturday, Sunday, and Monday night. Absolutely. Saturday will be the Chargers and Jaguars game. I'll be streaming that one. I forget. Sunday will be the Bengals and the Ravens. I think that's the third game that plays on Sunday. And obviously Monday night will be the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. So absolutely. And so, Jessica, what's good with you? What's good with you? You say just here to say go dogs. And so there you go. There you go. But hey, Jessica's not alone here. 66% believe in the Bulldogs in terms of people that voted on this poll. Out of 71 people, 66% believe in the Bulldogs here. And so, but do let me know you guys score when it comes to who you got winning and what the score is if you haven't done so already. Again, I got UGA winning this one 42-31, but I am hoping for a very good game. Let's see, 80 says go dogs. All right, so we are coming back here from the commercial. And again, last drive, TCU drove it down there, scored a touchdown. So let's see how UGA is going to respond. But right now, we've got TCU lining up for the kickoff. Again, still first quarter here with 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go. All right, they're all lined up. And kickoff is on the way. See if we get a return here. Excellent kickoff. All right, we got a return. He's at the 10, 15, 20, 25. Falls forward to the 30-yard line. So that's where UGA will take over from their own 30-yard line. Let's see. Let's see. Levert, what's good with you? Levert says, man, put the game up. Nobody wants to see. Levert, unfortunately, YouTube will not allow me to do that. The moment I put that up, I'll get a channel strike and nobody will be able to see the game at all. So, unfortunately, I cannot do that. But, hey, appreciate you for coming through. All right, so here we go for UGA from their own 30-yard line. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap, quick pass to the slot receiver. Utilizes his blockers. And he fights towards the first down marker, gets the first down, picked up 10 yards on the play. And so now they're going to be at their own 41-yard line here in the first quarter. UGA up 10-7. Let's see. Kenneth says, have you been to that stadium where the college football championship game? And did you see where Chris Jericho Dante, I'm sorry, donate to the Bills got hurt? Let's see. Braden says that's how the Seahawks felt when the Pats intercepted them at the goal line. You're right. You're right. You're right. Braden said, I said something nice about your pass. You did, Braden. I'm impressed. But here we go. Out of the shotgun, gives it to the back and the back. Off the right side, I believe it's McIntosh there with the carry. And that's going to be a first down, looks like, for UGA. And so UGA, that offensive line right now, they are winning the battle up front. And when that happens, it becomes a long day. You cannot let that offensive line win battles. And so in the zone, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you doing? And how do you feel about them Vikings right now? 80 says Braden. Here we go. First and 10, shotgun formation. Two receivers, two tight ends, one back. Takes a snap, pump fakes, steps up. He throws it to him now. Got to make somebody miss, and he does. Picks up the first down, picks up 11 yards before going out of bounds there. So now we've got another first down here for UGA. Again, first quarter here with 3 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the first. Old man, what's good with you? What's good with you? Old said, what's good, JB and everyone? Hey, just enjoying the game here in the first quarter. UGA's up 10-7, but we got ourselves a game here, and I'm loving it so far. 3 minutes left to go here in the first. They just picked up the first down. Now we're in TCU territory here at their 37-yard line. They're averaging 9.8 yards per play. Takes a snap out of the shotgun. Bennett looking. Bennett going to take a deep shot. Wide open. How does this happen time and time again for this team? Wide open for a touchdown. UGA. What a lad right there. With a touchdown, 37 yards into the end zone. No one was in the atmosphere of this guy. Wow. It's like he was on a different planet. Made it look too easy. I could have delivered that pass and probably caught it too. 4 plays, 70 yards, over 2 minutes in terms of time of possession, and now UGA's up 16-7, and they have a pending extra point coming up. Let's see, Eddie says, oh man, what's up to the number 2 JB fan behind him? Let's see, in the zone says, getting ready for the Super Bowl run. Meanwhile, kick the extra point is good. So UGA up 17-7. And that's how you respond from a big play. And so now we're going to be looking at TCU. Can they respond again? But defensively, though, you cannot let them just march down that easy. At least make them work for it. Like, I got to look at the replay here, see what happened with the coverage. Obviously, the guy that went in motion, 3 guys just started looking at him, and then the safety started drifting towards the guy in the middle, and there was nobody to that side. The motion just diverted half the defense's attention to that guy. Wide open. Wow. Wow, that just brought back bad flashbacks of last week against Ohio State there. Wow. Let's see. O says JB and LT would look really nice in the Patriots jersey. Bet. Let's see. Black says touchdown. O says 80s. 80 says TD. Where's JB at? I tell you what, 80s, I wasn't the man in coverage. I'll tell you that. O says, man, he was wide open. Braden says, wow, that was terrible defense. Black says, that was horrible defense. That was atrocious defense. But here we go. Kickoff on the way. Let's see how TCU offense is going to respond, because they're going to have to respond here. He's at the 20 and brought down at about the 22-yard line. So right now, UGA up 17-7 here in the first quarter with 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go. But the good news for TCU, last time we saw the offense, they went out there and they scored a touchdown. Let's see if they can repeat that here, or will UGA start to enforce their will defensively? Oh, it says, I think Matty P was calling the defense. I hope not. I sincerely hope not. All right, but here we go for TCU here. First and 10. Again, still first quarter. Plenty of football. Down by 10 points right now. 17-7. Let's see what happens. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap. Gives it to the back, and the back. Off the left guard. Fighting forward. He's going to pick up a first down there. And that's exactly what TCU can use right now, because this allows your defense to rest, because if you score quickly, your defense at some point is going to get tired going against that offensive line for Georgia. But if you can take a little bit of time off the clock as you move the ball and actually score touchdowns, that's going to be very advantageous as this game continues to go on. But here we go. Shotgun here. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. Receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap. Gonna hand it to the back. The back off the left guard. Fighting forward. And he's gonna pick up about 6 yards on the play. Nice run on that one. 2 minutes to go here in the first. 2 minutes to go here in the first. Let's see. Oh, it says, JB, did you see Kingsbury got fired? I did. I did see it, and I actually saw it coming a mile away. Not going to lie. Saw it coming a mile away because he lost the team, lost the locker room. And it's not like they could get rid of Kyler Murray, so they had to get rid of him because those two just, it wasn't going to work. So here we go. 2nd and 3. Shotgun formation here. Guy goes in motion. Takes a snap. UGA bringing pressure. Throws it quickly. Caught by the slot receiver. And he's going to pick up a first down and then some. First down. And that's exactly what you need to do. Can TCU continue to respond? Every time UGA makes a big play, can TCU respond? That's what I'm looking for. Let's see. 80 says that defense was so bad, Aaron Rodgers could have thrown that touchdown pass. Sorry, Braden. Ouch. Well, here we go. First down. And again, we still got 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Shotgun formation again. 12 seconds right now in the play clock. Takes a snap. Steps up. And, oh, they're going to sack him. They're going to sack him. That was a sandwich there. He stepped up and stepped right into that sack. And so, yeah, you got to get that ball out quickly against this defense. Second down coming up. Let's see. 80 says they created a little monster with Kyler Murray. And so, yes, and now they got to pay him and play him. And so, yeah, good luck with that. Let's see. Braden says, come on, 80s. Here we go. Shotgun, two backs in the backfield with him. One goes in motion, takes a snap, going to throw it to that back, and he's going to catch it. Got to make somebody miss and takes on the contact there. Picks up a yard in the play. Third down coming up. And this is what you have to avoid all game long here if you're TCU. TCU, without question, they've got the talent, they've got the skills, they've got a magician back there at quarterback, but they cannot find themselves in third and long. The last thing you need is obvious passing downs where UGA can just come after you and they know that you're trying to pass the ball there. That's what you do not want. Let's see. Oh, it says, JB, that looks like the Patriots O-line right there. I thought it looked familiar. I'm not going to lie. I thought it looked familiar. Absolutely. But yeah, right now this is the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, TCU with the football, but UGA with the 17-7 lead currently right now. And hey, their defense right now got TCU looking at a 3rd and 17 from TCU's own 42-yard line. So we'll see what they draw up when we come back here to start the second quarter. But let's see, 104 votes so far here and 64% still leaning towards UGA here. I mean, hey, the Dogs, they've been consistent for the most part of the season there. And right now, first quarter belonged to them. But I am happy that we're seeing a lot of big plays so far in this one. I love it. Let's see, 80 says, oh man, they aren't that bad, LOL. All right, but let's see right now, statistically, though, to give an update, statistically, for TCU, Max Duggan so far, he is 5 of 7 for 76 yards passing. Meanwhile, for Georgia Stinson Bennett, he is 7 of 8 for 111 yards and a touchdown. Now, on the ground for TCU, they have 20 yards rushing. And as for Georgia, they have 53 yards on the ground. Bennett is responsible for 21 yards on that touchdown run that he had earlier. And McIntosh has 2 carries for 18 yards so far in this one. Old says, don't forget to hit that like button. Now is the perfect time. If you haven't done so already, hey, we're in between quarters now. Go ahead and press that like button if you haven't done so already. And also subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. Again, I will be streaming the NFL wildcard game between the Chargers and the Jaguars. That will be the next stream. So I'll be streaming Saturday, Sunday, and Monday night for those NFL wildcard games. Let's see, Braden says, by the way, JB, the Packers didn't get eliminated from the playoffs. We're just a long bye until next September. Hey, that's one way to look at it. One way to look at it. But I'm going to tell it like it is. We got eliminated. My Patriots got eliminated. So no bye for us. That's just pure elimination. But yeah, if you're watching this stream though and you have not let us know who your favorite college football team and NFL team is, let us know in the chat who your favorite, whether it's NFL, college football, whatever sport, let us know your favorite teams here in the chat if you haven't done so already. All right, so we're going to get ready to start this second quarter here. First quarter had its share of big plays here. Let's see what the second quarter has in store. And the final college football game. Can't believe it's the last one. Championship game. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation here for TCU from their own 42-yard line here. Third and 17. Can we get a miracle here? Dugan throws it. It's completed. And he's going to take it into UGA territory. However, he is going to be well short of the first down marker. So we got fourth down coming up. This is where things get a little scary here because getting the ball back to UGA, you do not want them to go down there and score again. Let's see. Black says, nah, Braden, they got scrubbed and eliminated. Let's see. 80 says, who's JB pick for NFL Coach of the Year? And so NFL Coach of the Year, I mean, it's gonna go to the Eagles, coach. It's gonna go to the Eagles, coach. I got. I mean, I know they had the injuries and stuff like that, but from start to finish, the Eagles have looked pretty good. So it would go to good old Nick. Meanwhile, the punt's on the way. Fair caught at the 8-yard line, so UGA will take over from their own 8-yard line. Meanwhile, we've got 74 for TCU headed to the locker room, hoping that he'll be okay. Let's see. Mike says, big thumbs up to JB. Mike, glad to have you here. What's good with you? What's good with you? Let's see. 80 says Syracuse Orangemen and Philadelphia Eagles. And so, Thompson, what's good with you? And you say UGA native Georgian. I bet you're enjoying this game so far. First quarter was filled with a lot of big plays for UGA. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Shotgun formation, guy goes in motion, takes a snap, gives it to the back. The back kind of slips on the play, picks up 2 yards. Tried to make that cut, but he ended up slipping. So now we've got second down coming up here from the 10-yard line, second and 8. Let's see. Old says the ball is his. Let's see. 80 says Doug Peterson, Coach of the Year. 80 says, hey, Mike. And so I hear you, 80s. I feel like, though, he just got lucky that Tennessee fell apart. Honestly, if Tennessee continued doing Tennessee things and Ryan Tannehill didn't get hurt, they don't make the playoffs. But I hear you there. He did do a tremendous job, though. I like what he did year one. All right, but here we go. Second and 8. Takes a snap, play fake. Bootlegging, looking. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be completed. And who else other than Bower, of course, for the first down. Picked up about 10 yards on the play. So we got a first down here. Let's see. 80 says, hey, Mike. Oh, it says the ball, dang phone. And let's see. Mike says, who's the Jags coach? Yeah, Doug Peterson. But you can see the poise. Every time Bennett's looking back there, you see the poise in the way that he just looks downfield in the face of the rush and just throws it on the money. Speaking of throws, there goes another throw right there. And once again to Brock Bowers there for yet another big play and a first down. He makes it look easy. And you look at that. Look at the space between him and the defender. Takes it all the way to TCU's 45-yard line and a first down. So already 3 plays, 47 yards. This drive started from their own 8-yard line, and already they're making it look easy. Hasn't even been 2 minutes offensively yet. And look at that. He's got 4 catches for 78 yards already in this game. They snap the ball, give it to the back, and so the back gets back to the line of scrimmage there. Might have lost half a yard. Winters makes a tackle in the backfield for TCU. Second down coming up, second and 11. Let's see, 80 says he got lucky. Like the PS Tuck rule wasn't luck. Hey, sometimes, you got to be able to capitalize off of luck. Not going to lie. Sometimes you got to capitalize. All right, here we go. Second and 10. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. TCU has 4 defensive linemen. Take the snap. Gonna take another shot. Incomplete. So we got third down coming up here. Third and 10. If you're rooting for TCU, this is your opportunity to try to get them off the field here. If you're rooting for UGA, you get a first down, that almost guarantees that you'll get some points in some way, shape, or form. But again, we're here in the second quarter with 11 minutes and 41 seconds to go. UGA up 17-7 right now. Facing third and 10. All right, this time they're going to go 5 wide here. Let's see if TCU brings some pressure up the middle. They're showing pressure. Let's see if they'll bring pressure. 5 seconds right now on the play clock. Got to snap it or call a timeout. One of the two. Takes a snap. Trying to avoid the rush. He's on his ankle, but look at him scramble and get the first down. That's what he does. It's plays like this. That's all they ask of him. Don't try to do too much, but when you got to make the plays, make the plays. And this is what Bennett has done so well for this team. I mean, look at it. I mean, pick that one up with ease. So we got a first down here for UGA. Let's see. Mike says, yo, 80s. All right, shotgun again. This time you've got 2 receivers at the top and bottom of the screen here. Bennett making adjustments here. 5 seconds right now on the play clock. Takes a snap, gives it to the back, and the back off the right guard. Met in the backfield there. And so the defense gets to stand there, stops them. Their second down coming up here. So we got 2nd and 10 right now from the TCU 33-yard line. So far on this drive, though, you've got 7 plays, 59 yards, and about 3 minutes and 40 seconds in terms of time of possession on this drive. Let's see. Black says TCU might need to call LaDainian Tomlinson at halftime and put a jersey on him. Mike says, will Tua start? Well, Tua, I personally don't expect Tua to play this week. I really don't. I think Teddy Bridgewater should get the start. Meanwhile, Bennett takes a snap, throws to the back, and the back. He's going to get close to that first down marker. Let's see where they mark him out of bounds at. But UGA moving the football here. And TCU defensively, they have got to be able to make some plays. Try to put UGA in a 3rd and long situation. Right now, it's 3rd and short. Take the snap out of the shotgun, give it to the back again, and the back easily gets the first down there. The difference right now for TCU's defense and UGA's offense is the difference of the offense alignment versus the defense alignment. UGA, with their pure size right now, they are having their way against this defensive line for TCU. And if TCU is going to win this game, they have got to find a way to at least slow down this running game. Let's see. Oh, it says, JB, I've been watching a lot of film on Broderick Jones. He looks really good, and he's having a great game today. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation here. Takes a snap. Bennett's going to give it to McIntosh off the left end. Got to get to the end, and he does. And he picks up a first down on the way as well. Gets shoved into the crowd there, but a big play for UGA, and they are knocking on that red zone again. 9 minutes left to go here before the half. And that time he was just faster. TCU couldn't get to the edge first. And when that happens, big plays happen. I mean, look at him try to avoid a couple camera people there. Didn't work, but he tried, though. But here we go. 1st and goal. 7 yards away from the end zone. Tight end goes in motion. Takes a snap, and Bennett's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get another rushing touchdown. Make it 2 on the day. He says, why hand it off when I can do it myself? Wow. I mean... wow. Like, wow. You could have got the oldest person in the stadium and put him back there to take the snap, and he could have scored the touchdown behind that blocking there. There was nobody remotely close. It's like the defense was playing defense remote because they were nowhere in the area. Nowhere. Wow. 11 plays, 92 yards, 5 minutes and 43 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock. Wow. I'm sorry, 5 minutes and 43 seconds. Extra point is up, and extra point is good. So UGA, they're up 24 to 7. This is not how you want to try to approach this team down 24 to 7 right now. So TCU's got their work cut out for them. When we come back, we'll see how they respond offensively. But wow, let's see. Let's see. Black says hasn't been cleared to play apparently. Tua probably won't start, but if he does, it'll be a last-second desperation announcement. I bet. I just don't see how they'd be able to justify putting him out there. Honestly, given all the concussions he's had this year, especially not in the wild card, and they're not getting past the wild card without him. So I think he's done. Let's see. Black says TCU has got him right where they want him. Braden says is playing good. 80 says could Bill Belichick's son scored? You better believe he could have. Probably. But man, that was wide open though. Like I mean, nobody remotely close to him on that play. But 24 to 7 is our score right now. UGA with the lead. And let's see. Right now for Stetson Bennett, he is 10 of 12 for 164 yards through the air, one passing touchdown, but he's also got 3 carries for 39 yards, and 2 of those carries were for rushing touchdowns for Stetson Bennett. Again, he's doing the work of the quarterback and running back right now. Wow. Let's see. Braden says LOL 80s. Let's see. So far, we've got 119 votes. We've got UGA at 66%, TCU at 34% here. So two-thirds believe in UGA. But again, Max Dugan, the guy that everybody believes should have won the Heisman there potentially. 6 of 8 right now for 87 yards right now. He does have a rushing touchdown, though. Let's see. 80 says, Braden, are you calling OT? Let's see. Old says, JB, I think Patriots more than likely will lose Mayo as a coach since we all know Bill Belichick won't name a defensive coordinator. Yes, when I saw the news earlier, and yeah, I think Cleveland is going to add him as a defensive coordinator. It makes sense. They love taking guys from the Patriots, so I really feel like Gerard Mayo would make an excellent defensive coordinator, and I think Cleveland will be the team to bring him. So I agree with you. I think he's gone. I think he's gone. Let's see. Braden says, not right now. Braden's like, not right now. Let them score some more. And I mean, just a reminder TCU got the football first. They got the football first. So that means UGA will get the football after the half. Now, I know we still got about 8 minutes and 30 seconds here before the half, but UGA will get the football first at the half. So that means TCU, they better bring it here offensively. They have to bring it offensively. When your back's against the wall, and you're someone that many consider to be the person who should have won the Heisman, you got to step up now. These are the games you got to step up. All right, but we got the kickoff unit lined up here. And kickoff is on the way. Let's see if we get a return by TCU. And we will. He's at the 10, 15, and brought down at about the 19-yard line for TCU. So that's what they'll take over offensively, trailing right now 24 to 7. But if anybody believes that TCU can turn this around, we want to hear from you right now in the chat. If you believe that TCU will turn things around, now that things are looking pretty bad, now is the time to go ahead and take that leap of faith. If you believe in them, and let us know you believe in them in case it works out. But again, when we come back from the commercial, though, it will be TCU with the football down 24 to 7 from their own 20-yard line. Let's see. Braden says, sounds like the Packers aren't going to fire anyone. Braden's like, someone has to be responsible for the way that the first half of the season went. Let's see. Black says TCU is going to win by a mile. There you go. Black Medicine is saying that he believes in TCU. Does anyone else believe in TCU? All right, so far 125 votes in. Loving it right now. Loving it right now. But again, we are at the commercial here. Let's see. Oh, it says 2023 equals JV3K. That's right. We are making that move to try to get to 3K subs. And so definitely enjoying the journey. Last time I checked, we had hit that 2,400 mark. And so, yeah, we're inching closer and closer. This will be the year. Let's see. Braden says, I believe they'll make a comeback and still lose. Ouch. So, I mean, hey, I just wanted to see a good game. And so that's what I'm hoping happens, that it becomes a good game. But hey, we'll see how it plays out. But Braden says he expects a comeback just for them to still lose. Ouch. I know that Lewis is enjoying this game. Wherever he's at right now, I know that he's enjoying this game right now with UGA up 24 to 7. Let's see. Black says if Arthur Smith doesn't get fired, then I'll unsubscribe. I'm not the one that makes that decision. And so Sparky, what's good? Sniper, what's good with you? You say TCU is known for the second half comebacks. TCU for the win. I love it. I love the energy there. There you go. He says TCU second half team. And so guys, don't sleep on TCU. Love it. All right, here we go. Second quarter right now. 8 minutes and 26 seconds to go. TCU with the football, lining up five wide here from their own 20. Let's see. Braden says LOL Black Medicine. All right, five wide here from their own 20. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap. UGA sends four. Offensive line holds up so far. Now he's looking to run, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. We've got second down coming up. And that time, the offensive line gave him a little bit of time, but he saw no one open there, so he ended up deciding to run with it. Second and 8. Got one back behind him, three receivers, one tight end. Takes the snap, going to hand it to the back off the right side, cuts up the middle, and he's going to take it to picks up about 6 yards on the play. Now we've got third and 2 coming up, but there is a penalty right now. So let's see what this penalty is going to be, but I've got a bad feeling for TCU. So on the offense, holding on the offense, and that is going to back them up. So the thing that TCU needs to avoid, penalties, not helping. And so, yeah, all right. So I see the hold on that one. Clearly a hold, but man, this is hurting TCU right now. Got to make a big play. All right, shotgun formation again. Four receivers, one back. Second and 15. Gets the snap out of the shotgun. Throws it quickly. It's caught. And he gets pushed out of bounds after picking up a couple yards there. So we got third down coming up. Again, TCU trailing right now 24 to 7 here in the second quarter with 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Key third down. You do not want UGA to get the football back. I promise you don't want them to get the football back right now. Braden says TCU needs a long sustained drive. Here we go, third and 7. Yeah, they can use a big play. All right, here we go. Shotgun again. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. 5 seconds on the play clock. Takes a snap. And so, just gets that throw off and he threw an interception. He threw an interception. Wow. I mean, the running back tried his best to make that block there. He just eluded the defender. He put his whole arm into it and threw that pick. Ouch. That's going to hurt. That is not what TCU needed at all. Meanwhile, for UGA, though, if you're rooting UGA, hey, enjoy it. I mean, get you a couple drinks, everything. If you're UGA, you're loving this. He had a guy, though, but the ball placement just wasn't there. Honestly, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Baker Mayfield under pressure with that throw. Black says interception. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. 2 turnovers so far by TCU. All right, here we go for UGA. They take the snap. They're going to give it to Bauer. He went in motion, and so he's trucking people, taking it all the way to the first down marker, and that's going to be a first down for UGA. Either that or second and short. Very close. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the second quarter before we reach halftime. And right now, UGA is on the verge of really breaking this game wide open. TCU, I don't know how you're going to do it, but you got to find a way to get a stand if you want to keep this respectable before the half. And so, Jay Brown, what's good with you? And you say this game is over. All right, here we go. Shotgun. Two receivers. Multiple tight ends, one back. 3 seconds right now in the play clock. Takes the snap, gives it to the back. The back off the right side. Makes one guy miss. Charges forward, picks up 9 yards on the play. Takes it into TCU territory. Now they got 2nd and 1 coming up. Yeah, this defensive coordinator for TCU, yeah, you yell at them, throw chairs, throw tablets, something. Braden is not happy about this. Let's see. Black says TCU's coordinator needs a damn toothbrush. Ouch. I did not expect that. I did not expect that. Well, here we go. 2nd and 1. TCU's 47-yard line. 5 minutes and 6 seconds to go here in the quarter. They give it to the back. The back. He's met by the defender. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. And so 5 minutes left to go before the half. UGA with the football. It's 3rd and 1. TCU, I'm not one to want to press the panic button in the first half, but I've got my hand all over the panic button. I might have already pressed it already because UGA gets the football first in the second half. But here we go. Takes the snap out of the shotgun. Throws it quickly to the receiver. He splits defenders and gets enough for the first down. Picks up about 3 yards on the play. Fresh new set of downs. Now we got 1st and 10 from TCU's 44-yard line. And my goodness, TCU, when are we going to get a stop here? Defensive coordinator, something has got to change. Something has got to change because right now UGA is getting in that rhythm. And when they get like this, things get really ugly. Things get really ugly. I know they may be a second half team, but they may not be a second half to come back from if they keep letting UGA put up points like this. All right, here we go. Shotgun, takes a snap, gives it to the back, and the back finds a way to turn and spin and get the first down, taking it all the way to the 30-yard line. They just keep on trucking right now. Oh, man, this is like, whew. Come on, y'all. This is the national championship game right here. I need it to be a little bit more of a contest now. If UGA scores a touchdown, this would be bad. But look at that. I mean, the whole that offensive line opened up. All right, bending up under center. Tight end goes in motion, takes a snap. Going to give it to the back, and the back off the left side. Look at the lanes he has to work with. Picks up about a solid 5 or 6 yards, but there is a flag right now. There is a flag. Again, here in the second quarter with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. UGA up 24-7. Holding against UGA. Let's see, Braden says too easy. And so, Donnie, what's good with you, Donnie? And you say, let's go, Dogs. The Dogs going to be partying every single day till kickoff next year with a performance like this if it continues, in which I don't know why it won't. But, man, talk about imposing your will. Let's see. Black says the only person stopping UGA is themselves. You can say that again. Let's see. Braden says, I'm a little behind you, by the way. And so, okay, bet. Meanwhile, on the carry there, he's going to pick up some yards there, about a good 5 yards on the play. Edwards with the carry. All right, so now we've got ourselves a 2nd and long situation here for UGA. Again, second quarter here with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. 2nd and 15. Ball at the TCU 36-yard line. Look at the difference in rushing yards. UGA has rushed for 100 more yards on the ground than TCU, and they just keep moving. They take the snap out of the shotgun. Bennett taking a shot. And, ooh, is that a catch near the sideline? No, they say incomplete. I need to see a replay. I need to see a replay from that. But that was close. Black says he caught it. Let's see. Oh, okay, he was out of bounds. He was out of bounds there. He was out of bounds. Let me look at it one more time. Make sure that other foot. Okay, excellent call there. Was out of bounds there. Nice effort, but out of bounds. But man, TCU, we got to do better than this. Let's see. Black says, nope, not a catch. All right, 3rd and 15 right now from the TCU 36-yard line. Again, shotgun here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. 5 seconds right now on the play clock. Again, second quarter, 2 minutes and 26 seconds to go. Snaps the ball at the last second. Bennett in the pocket, throws it over the middle, and complete it. Complete it. And Bauer, he's still going. He's still moving. My goodness, this man moves like he's a moving truck, moving furniture and stuff like that. My goodness, in the red zone again. 1st and 10 from the TCU 12-yard line. Wow. Black says TCU getting burned by tight ends. And so, yes. Wow. This has just been quite the performance so far by UGA, especially offensively. So far on this drive, 8 plays, 54 yards in about 4 minutes and 50 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock. So that means you're also giving your defense a chance to be rested for when TCU goes back out there. And so now they got to burn a timeout here. They got to burn a timeout, their first timeout here of the half. And man, they lead 24-7, and they know they get the football to start things off in the second half. I mean, if you're UGA, you might start popping the champagne if you haven't already right now. And let's see, Donnie says yes, they are. And so, man, this is insane. This is insane. This is insane. This goes back to my conversation yesterday when I was talking about, when we were talking about Max Duggan in terms of what round would he be drafted in and stuff like that. I mean, I feel like it would have to be day 3, honestly, like day 3. But again, we are at the commercial thanks to the timeout called by UGA. Here in the second quarter with 1 minute and 41 seconds left to go, with UGA leading this one 24-7, and they're 12 yards away from the end zone. All right, just to recap some of the stats though. We'll start with TCU's Max Duggan. He is 7 of 10 for 95 yards. He's thrown an interception. He does have a rushing touchdown in this one. But as a team for TCU, 11 carries for 25 yards. Meanwhile, for UGA, Stinson Bennett, he's been doing it all. 12 of 15 for 191 yards, 1 passing touchdown, no interceptions. He also has 3 carries for 39 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Donnie says TCU's defense can't keep up. The difference in the size and all like that. I mean, that just comes down to you look at the guys that Georgia has on that offensive line versus what TCU has on that defensive line, and that is your biggest difference right there. That is your biggest difference. And then you look at the skill position guys UGA has. They're also big guys. So for TCU tackling, you got to put your all into every single tackle, and it's just a lot. It's just a lot. Let's see. 80 says, I don't want to see a blowout unless the Ohio State and the Pats are getting blown out. 80s, how could you say such a thing? But I hear you in terms of the blowout part. Yeah, I wanted to see this one be a closer game, at least back and forth for at least 3 quarters. But UGA say, why wait when we can start celebrating now? Now, there's an entire second half. We've seen a lot of crazy things happen in sports, and so anything is possible. But you might want to start with getting a stop right here if you're TCU. Somehow, some way, get a stop. Let's see. Black says he agreed with that statement that TCU's defense can't keep up. Let's see. But so far, we have 132 votes right now, and so 67% believe in UGA. But the way this is going right now, it is really tough to see a path for TCU. Let's see. Black says size and talent level is a difference. Outside the SEC and Ohio State this year, nobody else belonged on the field. Bold statement there. All right, but here we go. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. Take the snap. Going to toss it to the back. The back going to try to bounce to the outside there and picks up some nice yards. He's about 3 yards shy of the first down. So we got 2nd and 3 here coming up here. 5 yards away from the end zone. Again, second quarter with 1 minute and 35 seconds left to go. So far on this drive, 9 plays, 61 yards, and 5 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock. And so Sniper says, let him go be a ref. Bet. All right, here we go. 2nd and 3 coming up. And of course, UGA switching in different packages here. So now we're going to have Bennett line up under center here. One back in the backfield, takes a snap, gives it to the back in the back, lowers his shoulder, and oh, he gets the first down, but he's about a yard shy of the end zone. 1st and goal from the TCU 1 yard line. I mean, my goodness, barring some type of penalty, I don't know how TCU is going to get that stop. But man, look at him. Great effort to keep his balance and just stretch out as far as he can and be a yard shy. But you know what? The way that Kirby Smart looks over there, he does not care about what the score is. He only cares about scoring touchdowns out there. Wow. And so right now, we're going to hit the commercial right now as they stop the game. But man, that's a timeout called by TCU. And again, TCU is thinking about the clock as they have to try to score before the half because, as I keep mentioning, UGA is going to get the ball first at halftime. And right now, UGA most likely going to score a touchdown. So TCU is thinking about the clock. And so, Rock, what's good with you? What's good with you? And you say you're ahead of the radio broadcast. Normally I'm behind, so I'm a little shocked that I'm ahead today because normally I'm behind, especially on ESPN. So I am a little surprised by that. But absolutely appreciate you for coming through. And so, yes, and you say you're loving this? Bet, bet. I mean, hey, UGA, I mean, woo. Look at here, the parties. I mean, why go to work the rest of the week if you're rooting for UGA? Why go to work the rest of the week? Just party all week long at this point. 24-7, 1 yard away from getting another touchdown for UGA. Wow. And let's see. Rock says, oh my gosh, UGA gets the ball after half. Wow, yes, they get the ball after the half also. And so, whoo. I mean, fourth quarter, do we start putting the backups in at the start of the fourth quarter, towards the middle of the third quarter? At this rate, that's going to become the conversation at this rate. And let's see, O says, if TCU doesn't score before halftime, it could be game over. And so Rock says, UGA alumni here, bet, bet. Oh, I know you are proud of your squad, for sure, for sure. Yes, because I remember last year how magical it was around here when UGA won that championship. And then they went back-to-back championships. The celebration will never end. Never. Wow. If only some of that luck could rub off on the Falcons for a change. Let's see. Black says, JB will be celebrating out there with the Bulldog fans. I'll be annoyed in Tech County, Georgia. Hey, JB's one for a good party now, so absolutely. Until they find out that I'm an Ohio State fan, then I gotta go. Then I gotta go. But again, when we come back from this timeout, UGA just 1 yard away. They have the massive size advantage when it comes to the offensive line. They have a quarterback who's very seasoned and stuff like that. I mean, this is very well going to be a touchdown. I wonder if they'll just let Stinson Bennett just go ahead, quarterback sneak it, so he can have 3 rushing touchdowns before the half. That would be an insane stat that I would have never guessed would have happened. And let's see, Rock says LOL at the Falcons. Yes, but we'll see how this plays out. Let's see. Rock says Ohio gave us the game of the season for sure. And so it was a great game. It really was, you know. And so for me, all I could think about was the kicker for Ohio State and just hoping that mentally he's in a good place and that he understands that real Ohio State fans, we won't blame him for what took place. You know, it happens. It's a part of the game. But here we go. 1st and goal. Bauer goes in motion. They're in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Gonna give it to the back. And the back is going to score a touchdown. Now, were we really surprised by that? Not at all. Touchdown UGA. Once again, Kendall Milton in the end zone. Wow. Just like that. They have 30 points already scored here in the first half. Black says he still won't get drafted in the first 6 rounds. And so, oh, best believe that. Yeah, that's an entirely different conversation there. Entirely different conversation. But you're right about that. But Rock says, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, look at the fans' reaction there. 11 plays, 66 yards, over 5 minutes in terms of time of possession. Extra point is good. So UGA up 31-7. But Max Duggan, everyone's favorite quarterback here, the guy that many wanted to see win the Heisman, does he have anything that he can do to try to show us that, hey, he's not done? But man, they're down 31-7. That's a very tall task. If this is a video game, this is where I pull the plug out and say I'm done. I'm not playing no more. Being down 31-7. But this is the national championship game. These kids got here by fighting. So let's see what kind of fight TCU has left. You know, when you get hit in the mouth, how do you respond? We're gonna see the kind of fight that TCU has the rest of the way. It's easy to lie down, but will they keep fighting? We're gonna find that out. I mean, honestly though, UGA they just have this the difference in like the offensive line versus TCU's defensive line. That's tough to overcome. All right, but still we have a minute and 19 seconds left to go before we reach halftime. Again, UGA just scored another touchdown. They're up 31-7. Let's see, Black says TCU fans better book their flights early. JB will testify the flights getting canceled. Brutal. Yes, yes, absolutely. Have your flights ready. But here we go in the return. He's at the 10. He's at the 15, trying to make something happen. Goes at a bounce at the 20-yard line there. So a minute and 12 seconds left to go before the half. And TCU, desperate for a touchdown. Yes, I said desperate. They are desperate for a touchdown here. Knowing that UGA gets the football here before the half, the last thing you want is to turn the ball over and give UGA a chance to score again. And look at that. Nick Saban is not happy by that scoreboard either. He is not happy. He wants to go down there and coach TCU himself right now. He is not happy about that score. All right, but here we go for TCU from their own 20. Shotgun formation here, three receivers, one tight end, one back. Slot receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap. Dugan's looking. Throws it short. And it's caught. And he's going to pick up a yard on the play. Going to make it second down coming up here. A minute left to go. TCU has two timeouts to work with. Every time you get a first down in college football, they'll also stop the clock until they get lined up as well. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Georgia sends pressure. And they get to him. They get to him for the sack. Anytime UGA wants to get back there, they get back there. My goodness. I mean, I can't think of another game this season that UGA's just been able to go out there and then just look like this, especially against a team like TCU. Wow. And look at that. I mean, to be honest, the guy was holding 99, holding his shoulder until the last second, but man, another timeout by UGA. They want more points. Third and forever right now. Third and 18. The odds are stacked against TCU right now. Anybody that placed bets right now on TCU, they're probably just going ahead right now and either paying up or booking their flight and leaving town right now because it's that bad. It's that bad. All right, but after that timeout right there by UGA, third down coming up right now. UGA is trying to get a stop and see if they can get a quick score before the half. Meanwhile, for TCU, well, I don't know. I don't know. You don't game plan for being down 31-7 before halftime. And this is tough. This is really tough for their conference too. I mean, because it's so tough for them to get the votes that they need to get in there, and so for TCU to get in there, they got to score some points. And he threw an interception. He threw an interception. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? This is the guy that everyone said should have won the Heisman. Yo, my goodness. Wow. Wow. Let's see. Braden says against Tennessee they played like that, but their offense wasn't playing as good as they are now. And so, wow. You just gift wrapped an opportunity for UGA to score again. Wow. That's it. Somebody hand me their playbook right now. I got to do it. Someone hand me their playbook. I got to go in there. Who's with me? We got to help TCU out at this point. Wow, this is Let the celebration begin. Can we just have the trophy presentation at halftime? Wow. All right, here we go. 22 yards away from the end zone. Takes a snap out of the shotgun. Bennett over the middle. Incomplete. 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 32 seconds to work with. I thought that was a touchdown. I really thought that was. Wow. I can see it now. But yeah, I mean, great job by the defender getting a hand on that one, though, but I really thought that was about to be a touchdown. All right, but here we go. Second and 10. 32 seconds to work with. UGA has one timeout also. Tight end goes in motion. Takes a snap. Bennett's looking. Gonna throw it up there. And this is going to be a touchdown to Mitchell. He didn't get it the first time, but he got it this time. Touchdown, Mitchell. My goodness, Bennett is doing it all today. Through the air, on the ground, how you want it, that's how it's done. I think they're taking a poll. They're asking people in the stands, how do you want us to score a touchdown? And that's how they're scoring a touchdown. It's way too easy. This is our national championship game. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow. I mean, be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for here. I mean, this is a perfect example of one team just getting overpowered here at this point. Wow, this is insane. And so let's see. Black says this game is over. He says touchdown. Braden says they might score 38 by halftime. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yeah, that's a catch right there. That is a catch because by the time the guy went down, they already it looks like they're looking at the replay here, and so the defender, credit to him to continue to fight for it, but the receiver gets the benefit of the doubt every time in that scenario. Wow. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. 38 to 7. 38 to 7. And so if you're still here, I'm assuming you're a UGA fan or either you're just here to support JB, and I appreciate you. I know how tough this has to be. I was hoping for a competitive game right now, but man, this is just whoa. Let's see. Braden says, JB, are you going to stop the stream? More like I'll stop the stream when UGA stops scoring. And since they're not going to stop scoring, I won't stop the stream, Braden. I won't stop. Let's see. Black says, my bad. I'm flipping through all 30 channels and that is being broadcasted on here in Georgia. Yeah, good luck with that one. Finding something that's not going to broadcast this game over and over and over again. I can see it now when I'm in the gym. That's all that's going to be on the channels. This is crazy. This is crazy. Let's see. Black says, JV, stop the stream and ask the refs to run the clock. Yeah, run the clock on. This is just wow. This is wow. I mean, are they going to storm the field at halftime? This is insane. This is insane. Wow. I mean, but I do feel bad, though, for TCU fans, though. TCU fans, they didn't deserve this. They didn't deserve this at all. At all. 38 to 7. Let's see if we get a return here. He's at the 10, 20, brought down at the 26-yard line. Man, so far Max Dugan, 8 of 12 for 97 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Wow. Let's see, Rock says, that was good D, and he still caught it. Absolutely. Let's see, Braden says, at least my prediction of them scoring 38 was right. Right, Braden? I mean, let's just adjust that to halftime rather than the end of the game, right? But man, this is insane. Black says they better storm a damn playbook. All right. Meanwhile, Edwards for UGA is being looked at by the medical staff. Hope that he is okay. Definitely in a game like this where everybody's celebrating, we want everybody to be healthy. Definitely when it's all said and done. But 21 seconds left to go here before we reach halftime of what has been. I'm talking about this is the kind of whooping where you got to go back 100 years and all like that to somebody taking someone out back in the barn and just putting a beat down on them. This is a beat down. This is what we call a beat down. I mean, second quarter, so far this quarter alone, UGA has outscored TCU 21-0 in this quarter so far. First quarter, outscored them 17 to 7. I'm just thankful TCU has scored a touchdown at this point. I'm just thankful for that. And so let's see. LeBron says, What a waste of a national championship game. TCU never belonged in this playoffs. And so, knowing what we know right now, if we had to do it differently, would we say that TCU, because they beat Michigan, that they still belonged? Or would we just say that Bama should have got in at least over TCU? Knowing what we know now. Let's see. Black says, yeah, bruh, a crappy national championship. I mean, no, seeing this display right now, I mean, wow. Let's see. Black says, I thought you were going to go back 200 years for this one. All right, here we go. They give it to the back. And there you go. Yeah, just run the ball here. Just take it to the half there. You got to know when to fold it. You got to know. And so they're hurrying up for some reason. Just go to the locker room. Don't turn it over. Just go to the locker room. It's done. And so they run one more play, which makes no sense. Because even, I mean, unless you thought you were going to catch him by surprise, that made no sense to hurry up and then just run the ball again. Wow. Let's see. Harvest says, JB, I'm from Georgia and I'm pretty happy with the score. Hey, time to get that party started at halftime. Who needs to wait to the end of the second half, right? Time to get it started now. Wow. 38-7. And let's see. 80 says, Syracuse would have put up a fight. Absolutely. In basketball. Possibly. Let's see. Black says, Michigan sucked. And let's see. Braden says, no, TCU deserved it over Alabama still. And so 80 says the JB quote a Kenny Rogers song. And so let's see. But I mean, Braden says I mean, technically going off of the wins and losses and stuff like that. But if we're just going purely off of the best matchups and stuff like that, then perhaps. Let's see. Braden says your expression right now. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. And look at Kirby Smart. Any other coach, with the exception of Nick Saban, any other coach would have been all smiles right now. But for some reason, Kirby Smart looks like he's upset that his team allowed 7 points right now. And like he's about to chew them out for giving up 7 points right now. Wow. Let's see. Black says JB is a huge Kenny Rogers fan. Let's see. Braden says can't lie, Black Medicine they are. And so yeah, I think I can go ahead and safely end the poll right now in terms of who's going to win this championship game because I think we all know UGA at this point. So let me go ahead and end that poll there. But wow, this was insane though. This was insane. Insane. But we are at halftime. So halftime, that means there still is a second half. And UGA's up 38-7 right now. Stinson Bennett so far 13 of 17 for 213 yards, two passing touchdowns, two rushing touchdowns off of three carries for 39 yards. Longest run of the night, 21 yards. Matter of fact, UGA on the ground, they have 141 yards total. Kenny McIntosh, he's got five carries for 43 yards. Kendall Milton, he's got eight carries for 25 yards and a rushing touchdown. Meanwhile, for TCU as a team, they have 14 carries for 24 yards. Now, Max Duggan did have that rushing touchdown there, their only touchdown so far today. And Darius Davis has been their only spark offensively with three catches for 73 yards. Outside of him, no one else has more than one catch and 10 yards. Meanwhile, for Georgia, Brock Byers, a tight end, y'all, tight end, five catches for over 100 yards in the first half of play. Then you got Lad McConkey. He's got four catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown. And then you've got Mitchell. He had that 22-yard touchdown catch also. And so, hey, I mean, everybody on offense and defense is performing for UGA. As for TCU, I mean, how do you respond? What do you say to these guys in the locker room if you're a TCU coach, other than we had a great season? One game does not define our season. Other than that speech, what do you say? What do you say to TCU at this point? But this is insane. Let's see. Black says no. Let the poll run up the score against TCU. I wish I had read that first, but that is that is insane. Black says no. Let the poll run up the score against TCU too. O says TCU knows that this what this is, right? And so we'll see. Let's see. Braden says South Dakota State deserved to be in this championship game. Let's see. O says, and it's time for the best halftime show, the JB halftime show. Appreciate that. Black says, who's more likely to get upset in the playoffs this week? And so, most likely to get upset in the playoffs this week. That's tough, Braden, because every team that I can mention, their quarterback is hurt. Whether we're talking Baltimore quarterback hurt, whether we're talking Miami quarterback hurt. So, team most likely to get upset, that would probably be like the biggest upset. I mean, I don't think either way we can consider the Chargers or the Jaguars to be anybody to be an upset, whoever wins. So I'm going to say the 49ers simply because Seahawks, divisional opponent, and if for some reason Brock Purdy just doesn't, with it being the playoffs and stuff like that, although I think 49ers will win, but we're talking upset, so I will just say that one. Probably most likely the Giants, though. Probably the Giants most likely. And so let's see. The other Caleb, what's good with you? What's good with you? You say you think the Chargers will get the upset, and so if I considered like the Chargers and Jaguars, to be an upset, then I would have said the Chargers first and foremost. But either way, I think it's about even and stuff like that. Honestly, between those two teams, for me, when I consider it was an upset, so probably the Giants, though. I probably would have to say the Giants, honestly. Let's see. 80 says Giants beat the Vikings, and so, hey, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. If it's close in the fourth quarter, then it very well can happen. And let's see. Braden says Georgia versus Ohio State should have been a national championship game. Well, the committee did not want to see the bracket play out that way, unfortunately. But you know what? I can't blame them. Ohio State, we have to take some accountability, some responsibility. That was on us as well. So, but man, what a beat down. What a beatdown. Let's see. Braden says, yes, the Giants will beat the Vikings. And so let's see. All right, let me put the next poll question up there. All right. 1 second as I put together the poll question. And again, we are at halftime right now. So if you're just tuning in right now, you've missed a one-sided affair where UGA's up 38-7. All right, so the poll question should be up now. Who would you rather have at quarterback? And so, and again, we will keep it to, just the college level there. But who would you rather have at quarterback? And so let's see. Black says, did Allstate drop Baker Mayfield as a sponsor? I feel like they probably forgot he was on the list, to be honest with you. But good question. Good question. But man, I mean, for TCU, though, it has been a tremendous season, not going to lie. And Max Dugan, he has had a tremendous year. A tremendous year. I'm not going to put this on him. Let's see. Black says, be quiet. Dick Saban is talking. I'm sure you have the ability to mute me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. All right, so far we've got 4 votes in, and so 3 votes so far for Max Dugan. And so, I mean, I guess for me, it depends on what team I have, honestly. If I have a team that's built like UGA where I've got talent all around, then someone like Stinson Bennett who does the right things, make the plays that you need to make, and has the composure, especially on the big games, that matters. But if I need someone that can carry my team and stuff like that, just for the regular season, then Max Dugan is definitely that guy. Definitely that guy. Let's see. Harvest says, I don't know why TCU would even try to win the game. They have no chance. And so this is the kind of loss that just really just deflates all the energy and positive buzz that you had prior to this game, honestly. I mean, I can only imagine the people down there that just all the TCU fans, that hosted large parties and stuff like that, and just, the disappointment, the anger, the feeling of betrayal. I mean, this is bad. This is real bad, real bad. It doesn't get no worse than this. I can't think of another national championship that was this lopsided at the half. Maybe you guys can help me remember if there was another national championship that was this lopsided by the half. I mean, you probably have to go back to when like Bama played Notre Dame, I think, in the championship. Maybe if memory serves me right. Let's see. Black says beautiful stadium, and so cannot deny that. Cannot deny that. Been there in person. It is a beautiful stadium. Absolutely. But again, there's still an entire second half to go. All right, so far 6 votes in, 3 for each quarterback. Let's see. Black says, "Bro, you know they shut the schools down in Dallas for this. Time to reopen. Be like, you know what? Time to reopen." But I know this was huge. I can imagine LaDainian Tomlinson right now thinking, "Man, I showed up for this." Nah, nah. Him, Andy Dalton, all those guys. Let's see. Black says this game was a bigger deficit. And so, yes, yes, I was thinking that. I mean, I'm trying to remember another game that had a 31-point difference at halftime for a national championship game or something close to it. So the closest game that I could think of, I can't remember how big that deficit was, though, Bama over Notre Dame. Yeah, let's see. But yeah, this is not the game that I was hoping for. Let's see. Harvest says he feels bad for TCU fans, and so yeah, in that sense, I know I'm all smiles up here and stuff like that because I'm enjoying it for the UGA fans, but for the TCU fans though, like oh man, I know this one really hurts because I remember for TCU, you have to go back to I think it was the 2014 season, the year that they got leapfrogged by Ohio State, both them and Baylor, I think that year. And so I know that they felt burnt that year, and then constantly just getting back to the point where they had a team to qualify and to finally get that opportunity, get in there, get a W against Michigan. So you're thinking, okay, we're showing the world, and then the whole world's watching and then this happens. Wow. Let's see. Braden says this is the biggest blowout in a championship game since the Clemson and Alabama in 2018. 2018 Clemson versus Alabama. 80 says this blowout is JB's fault. I cannot take responsibility for this one. Believe me, JB does not have the controller in this one. I'm just trying to figure out how did we get to this point though. I mean, at first I thought it was nerves, but then when they scored that first touchdown, I thought, okay, TCU might be able to they'll start scoring some points, but they never scored after that touchdown. Let's see. Black says, "Yep, that's the biggest during the playoffs error," and so okay, bet, man. This is just, and then the fact that UGA is going to be the first one to get the football. So if UGA has their way, come out and scores a touchdown to start off the second half, we're looking at 45-7. Wow. Just run the ball. Both of these coaches get together, shake hands, and just run the ball at this point in the second half because there's a lot of time left. So, wow. Let's see. Black says, "Well, we got here by TCU getting off the bus." And so, JB, what's good with you? And you say, "What's up, JB? Just got back from beating the best basketball team in the league and made a game winning buzzer beater and had 12 points. Final score 18-23. Hey, that's what's up. 12 out of 23. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up." And stuff like that. What position do you play? Yeah, what position do you play? But yeah, I can see it now. TCU keep that bus warmed up for sure. And this is another thing to consider, moving forward in the future, a couple years, once the NCAA starts to expand the college football playoffs, we do run the risk of seeing more games just like this. I mean, sure, we'll get to see teams that, want to get in there, but there's a possibility that we might end up with somebody getting a horrible matchup and stuff like that. So, wow. Let's see. Braden says, you were right, JB. It's the largest halftime deficit since the Alabama versus Notre Dame national championship. Okay, I thought that was it. I thought that was it. Man, this is. Whew. Let's see. Black says, he's the entire team. Get that guy an NIL deal, JB. Bet. We're on it. We're on it. But you know what? I get the feeling had USC made the playoffs, the college football playoffs, I think they would have gotten beaten similar. I think they would have gotten beaten worse. I'm sorry, they would have gotten beaten worse right now. So if USC had made that playoffs and they ended up playing Georgia in the first round, I think USC would have gotten beaten just like this. And so let's see. Braden said Bama led 28-0, and so 28-0. I mean, let's see. Harvard says, I wonder who's going to win. Oh, that question, right? That question. Well, I mean, but what I really want to see from TCU in the second half, don't worry about the score. Just come out here and show us a good second half. At least do us that solid. Show us a good second half. Let's see. 80 says JV has an NIL deal with the boat with Bojangles, and so, oh, how I wish, how I wish. Black says Harvest. I don't know. It's still too close. Still too close. And so let's see. Point guard. Bet, bet, bet. How many assists did you get? But again, still at halftime. And just one half remaining for the college football entire season. Let's see. Black says he's also sponsored by Charmin Extra Thick Toilet Rolls after he eats all the Bojangles. That's one way to get a sponsorship thrown in there. Heck yeah. Yeah, but again, still right now at the half right now, which means an entire second half to be played. Let's see. Braden says TCU needs to shut out Georgia and score 25 points for his score projection to be right. So he's still holding out hope here in the second half. 80 says LOL. Let's see. Black says Nick Saban's gonna replace Lee Corso soon. You know what? He looks very good up there. I'm not gonna lie. He looks very good up there. I can get used to seeing that. All right. Let's see. But so far we've got 9 votes right now, and so Max Dugan is leading the vote so far. All right, I do have a question though, because when I'm looking at the screen right now, in order for me to post the poll questions, like I can't see myself, and so when someone subscribes, does it show that the person subscribed? Does it come across the screen? Because normally I can't see my own screen because I have so many things pulled up over it and stuff like that. So I was just curious if when somebody subscribes, does it show you guys when someone subscribes? Let's see. JB says 5. And so, okay, bet, bet, bet. Carrying the team, carrying the team. And so you mentioned you guys were going against the best team. What are you guys' record? Let's see. Black says, if I were a TCU fan, I'd just head out to a party in LA. LOL, nothing else for them to see in this stadium, right? Enjoy the view. Let's see. Black says, not for you. And so, okay, yeah, I've been trying to figure out why it's not popping up for me and stuff like that. But then I realized I'm not even viewing myself right now when I'm talking, so I wasn't sure if you guys got to see it. Let's see. Braden says JB stole their water bottle from the TCU player. Come on, JB, they're losing by 31. I mean, hey, it goes to show, Braden, that they don't need it. They don't need it. You have to do something to need it. Let's see. 80 says no, we can't. And so, all right, I got to continue to keep working on fixing that because it's supposed to show it and stuff like that. So I don't know why it doesn't show it. And so it shows the donations, but it does not show the subscribers. So I got to figure out why that is. But guys, let me know which NFL wild card game are you guys most excited for? Because after this, we'll be turning our attention back to the NFL playoffs. And so, which wild card matchup are you guys most excited to see this upcoming weekend next week? Let's see. Black says they don't need them, bruh. Let's see. O says no, not for him either. And so, yeah, I got to figure out why that is. Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, of all the games, I guess I am most excited about. Man, it is so tough, man. So tough to determine some of those games because honestly, for Baltimore, it does not look like Lamar Jackson's going to play. And what's going on with Lamar Jackson? I get the feeling from listening to John Harbaugh. At first, I just thought it was just, an injury. He'll be back. But I get the feeling if Lamar really. I don't want to speculate, but it feels like if Lamar had that money already, in terms of that he's trying to get, I think he'd be more willing to go out there and play right now. But without that money, I feel like I just get a feeling something's going on with the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson right now, honestly. And so 80 says the Arlington Cowboys versus the Tampa Bay Bucks. And so let's see. JB says 2-1. Okay, bet. Black says my coach would have came out of the locker room so mad he would have moved the benches and said, "Ain't nobody sitting down for the rest of the game." Bet. Oh man, I know high school coaches would have done that for sure. I mean, my basketball coach or football coach would have been yelling so loud, the people in the stands would have heard him from the locker room. Would have beat down like this. We would have had guys quitting the team. No doubt about that. With a beat down like this in high school, we would have had guys literally quitting at halftime and just leaving. I've seen it happen way too many times. A beat down is bad. Let's see. Old says the Jags versus the Chargers. And so that's probably a candidate for one right there, honestly, because the other matchups there's just too many injuries at the quarterback position, honestly, for some of those games. And then 49ers, they should take care of business. Maybe the Vikings and Giants, maybe, but Chargers and Jaguars gotta be. Braden says LOL. All right, so the second half. Again, with UGA getting the football first, I wonder if TCU will come out and try to do some type of surprise onside kick. I wonder if that's what TCU will come out doing. I mean, because your defense gave up 38 points in the first half. So that tells me your defense, it can't stop nobody right now. Braden says, also looking forward to the St. Paul Vikings versus the New Jersey Giants. Oh, it says TCU needs someone to go out there and beat the hitman or someone to start a fight, light a fire under his teammates. Black says, if there was Bojangles waiting for me at home, I'd quit this game during halftime too. All right. All right, so TCU getting ready for the kickoff here. Let's see if they try anything on special teams like an onside kick or something. No, they kick it off and no return there. So UGA will take over from their own 25-yard line with a 38-7 lead to get this second half on the way. Let's see. Black says it would be a not so surprise onside kick. I probably ruined the surprise if it was. Let's see. Black says, okay, so 80 says Devontae Smith sets franchise catch record and AJ Brown sets franchise yards record. I'm sorry, receiving yard record. All right, here we go. First and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Bennett gets the snap, going to give it to the back, and the back going to pick up about 5, 6 yards on the carry. We've got second coming up, 2nd and 5. I expect UGA to run the ball heavy. If you're UGA, just keep moving the ball, and more importantly, right now, just keep moving the clock so you can officially start your celebration. Let's see. Black says that's it. Georgia's already scored. Just kidding. All right, here we go. Shotgun. Two receivers, two tight ends, one back. Bower goes in motion. Bennett gets the snap, gives it to the back again, and the back picks up a yard on the play. So now we got third down coming up, 3rd and about 3. Let's see, 80 says Jalen Hurts is the second youngest quarterback in NFL history to win 14 regular season games, only behind Dan Marino with Miami in 1984. That's good company to be with. Let's see. All right, so here we go. 5 wide here. Shotgun formation. McIntosh goes in motion, takes a snap, looking, throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. This may have been the best defensive possession I've seen so far for TCU in this game. In fact, it is. It is. It's been so long since they stopped him, I forgot that was an option. Let's see. Rock says JB commentary is second to none. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. 80 says JB, what happened to the onside kick? Well, since I ruined the onside kick for them, the surprise element of it, they decided to just kick things off. That's what happened. All right, so UGA is going to punt the ball. See if we get a return. There is a penalty down while the ball is continuing to roll and goes out of bounds at about the 20-yard line, but there is a penalty. Let's see. Black says, oh my goodness, is that a stop for TCU? It is. It is. Rock says 3 and out. They're going to need a lot more of that moving forward. Referees are discussing. They might be discussing the menu for after the game at this point. All right, so it's on the receiving team, TCU. A hold. Let's see. Black says Jalen really made the most out of his chances with a good team and good coaching. He's been elite at times. All right, so after that penalty, backing them up 10 yards, they're going to have 1st and 10 TCU from their own 10-yard line here. Down 38-7. Let's just see what happens. Let's see. Rock says LRO ref fighting over who gets shotgun on the bus ride home. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Takes the snap out of the shotgun, gives it to the back. In the back, he's met by a defender. Immediately gets back to the line of scrimmage there. But the positive is it keeps the clock running for the rest of us. 2nd down coming up. I mean, to be down 31 points at the half, TCU has the work cut out for them. But here they go. Shotgun. Receiver goes in motion. Takes the snap. Georgia bringing pressure. Dugan throws, and it's going to be completed. He picks up about 4 yards on the play. Now we've got 3rd down coming up. 3rd and about 5. Let's see. 80 says, well said, Black. Let's see. Rock says, the dog D line is making up for Ohio game last week. And so, yes. Yes. I am so much more proud of my team after seeing how TCU looks against UGA. All right, but 3rd and 5 here from their own 15-yard line. Gets the snap. Georgia bringing pressure. Throws it quickly. Incomplete. All he saw was pressure coming. He said, let me throw this ball. Incomplete. So 4th down coming up. I'm telling you, Georgia beat all the momentum out of this team. They look like TCU from last year, the team that went 5-7. All right, so we got 4th down here, and they're going to punt the ball. Fair catch is symboled and caught at the 45-yard line, and that is where UGA will take over here from their own 45-yard line. So good field position, and let's see if UGA can get the first points of the second half. All right, so right now we've got 13 votes here, and Stinson Bennett right now is leading the poll here, but it is a close one. Let's see. 80 says Reggie Bush College Football Hall of Fame. Yes. Good old Reggie Bush. I still want them to restore Reggie Bush Heisman. Like, I still want my man to get his Heisman back. But again, we are right now currently at the commercial. Let's see. Rock says, I have to admit, I never even heard of a school named Horny Frogs before, I mean, until 3 weeks ago, or Hornet Frogs, and I'm sorry, Horned Frogs. And so, yeah, I mean, TCU, I mean, when I think of TCU, obviously the first person I think about is LaDainian Tomlinson. That's what comes first. Think of guys like Andy Dalton and stuff like that. And so I remember TCU had a tremendous season back in 2014. That's really like the last time that I really paid like a lot of attention to TCU, at least on a like large scale. But this is disappointing. This is really disappointing. They are a much better team than how they played, especially offensively so far. Let's see. Rock says, "Oh damn, Andy Dalton." That's right, Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton cannot forget about him at TCU. Speaking of which, Andy Dalton still finding a way to, find starts, here and there. I thought his career was done at first when he went to be a backup for the Cowboys, leaving the Bengals, but he finds ways to get starts. Coaches love him. Let's see. Rock says Thompson played for them. Wow. And so there you go. And of course, getting back to the game here, coming from the commercial here, let us see what UGA is going to do with their second offensive possession here of the second half, trying to get the first points of the second half and keep this fiesta going. Let's see. Rock said, never knew, but I'm really only into SEC. And so, hey, when you're a fan of the SEC, you get to watch a lot of good games. So I certainly understand not paying attention to other conferences. All right, but here they go from their own 45-yard line. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap, fakes it to the back. Bennett looking, dumps it down low to the tight end. Bauer makes the first guy miss. Bauer still moving, still trucking, rumbling. All of that to the 27-yard line. Wow. And so UGA, they still have that fire burning. They still want to go out there. This is the kind of game where you can let out all your frustrations. If there's anything that's on your mind that you didn't like that happened this season, any personal problem you got, you're just right now letting it all out against TCU. They give it to the back, and the back picks up a nice gain there. That was Milton with the carry. We've got 2nd down coming up, second and about 4 yards coming up. That was a 6-yard pickup to TCU 21-yard line. Ooh, look at that. Got away with a little face mask there. And the thing is, if you're TCU, you got to keep your starters in there because if you put your backups in there, it's only going to get worse. All right. They snap the ball to the shotgun. Bennett looking, dumps it to the back, and the back drops it. He was too busy trying to identify where the linebacker was, end up dropping the ball. Third down coming up, 3rd and 5. Unfortunately, it stops the clock. And let's see, Rock says Tomlinson. And so, oh yeah, Daniel Tomlinson, absolutely. He has kept that program on the map. Just the fact that we know that he went to that college. But they've had some other good players as well make it to the NFL. Oh, it says just keep running, just keep running. You read my mind with that incompletion. I'm like, keep the clock moving, please. They snap the ball. They're going to throw it there, and another touchdown. Look at that as he cradles it in the end zone, taking care of the baby. There you go. Another touchdown. My goodness. Wow. Brock Bowers. If you don't know the name, you better take note. And he's just going out there and just balling today. But that's what he does. 6 catches, 130 yards, and now a touchdown. 80s is like, damn this game. Yes. 4 plays, 55 yards, and a minute and 22 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock. Extra point is up, extra point is good. Now, at this point of the game, I'm going to be looking at how TCU keeps their composure because at this point, the more UGA scores, you're just continuing to rub it in at this point. Obviously, a lot of time left to go, but will TCU players keep their cool? We're going to find that out. 80 says taking care of the baby, LOL. I mean, that's exactly what he did. The way that he just went up there and caught that ball, there was something majestic about that catch. And somehow you knew it was going to happen, honestly. You really knew it. I mean, the game that he's having right now, this reminds me of playing college NCAA football and stuff like that back in the day, doing the my player mode and then just going out there against a sorry team defensively and then just lighting up your stats and stuff like that in hopes of a Heisman. But wow, this is crazy. Braden says, well, my score prediction was wrong. Unfortunately, we were all a bit wrong about this one. I was concerned, but I really thought that TCU offensively would do better. Defensively, I kind of sort of expected that it might turn into this, but offensively, I thought TCU would have 20 plus points at this point in the game already. But this is just like, wow, wow. I mean, UGA is taking TCU back to elementary school at this point and dropping them off, providing their lunch, all that stuff, signing their permission slip, everything. Let's see. Rock says, well, LOL, UGA has a full team of my player stats. Yes, they do. Speaking of stats, I mean, I mentioned Brock Bowers. I'm sorry, there's 7 catches for 152 yards and a receiving touchdown. But it doesn't stop there. You've got McConkey, he's got your 4 catches for 74 yards and a touchdown also. Mitchell has a touchdown, so you got three guys with receiving touchdowns. On the ground, Stinson Bennett, he's got your 2 rushing touchdowns. Milton has a rushing touchdown as well. Heck, Bennett's got 3 passing touchdowns, and I think the next person that's going to score might just be the milkman at this point. Why not put him in the game? He'll score too. Everybody's scoring for UGA, heck. Why stop there? Everybody's going to score. Equipment guys, medical team, everybody's about to score tonight for UGA. This is just, I mean, I'm amazed for UGA. I'm embarrassed for TCU. I'm stunned as a fan. It's a lot of different emotions right now. A lot of different emotions. Let's see. Black says TCU has Bill O'Brien calling plays. Well, Bill O'Brien doesn't have Bryce Young back there apparently. But nah, this is just being outmatched. Like they just woke up on the wrong side of the bed, on the wrong side of the bracket, all that stuff. This is when you're kicking yourself. You would rather have a close loss in that first round than to get embarrassed like this. Nakobe Dean, I forgot about him. I actually had thought about him like a month ago, wondering what in the world was he doing in the NFL. Let's see. Rock says the actual national championship game was the Peach Bowl. Respect to the Buckeyes, and so appreciate that. Man, this is insane though. This is insane. Insane. Kickoff on the way. And TCU is going to try to return. He's at the 10 right now. He's at the 15, the 20, 25. Still running. 30 brought down at the 31-yard line. There is a penalty. However, at this point, the referee should have a little bit of compassion in their heart and maybe not throw any penalties against TCU unless it's just a blatant penalty at this point. Come on, man. We're just trying to make it through the game. Let's see. Black says this will be the biggest blowout in college football national championship history, I'm sure. It looks that way. TCU wanted to make history, but not that way today. Not the way that this is happening today. Wow. But again, UJ up 45 to 7 right now here in the third quarter with 10 minutes and 52 seconds to go. TCU here with the football. Let's see what they do with it. Takes the snap from their own 18-yard line, hands it to the back, and the back off the left tackle, plows forward, picks up about 5 yards on the play. Second down coming up. So we got a second down coming up here. Sorry, that was a 7-yard pickup, so we got second and 3 coming up. All right, here we go. Second and 3. Dugan's feeling the pressure. He's running. He's going to take off and run with it. And this time, he's able to pick up the first down. I thought they had him in that backfield, but he said, you know what? I got to run for my life. And, hey, he got the first down. All right, let's see. Rock says, do we know the biggest blowout record? The biggest blowout record, and Black Medicine, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that it involved Georgia Tech, and there was a team that called themselves the Bulldogs, and I believe this was back in like 1916, something like that, over 200 points. All right, meanwhile, they pass the ball to Spivey, and Spivey keeps his head on a swivel, picks up the first down. Now we got first and 10 from the TCU 40-yard line here. So let's see, can we just get a little bit of offense here from TCU? More importantly, though, for us, the clock continues to run. All right, so here we go. 9 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the third. TCU with the football, their own 40-yard line, first and 10. 4 receivers, 1 back. Takes a snap, looking, throws it, and it's going to be completed. Picks up about 5, 6 yards, goes out of bounds. Let's see. Black says you're thinking about Cumberland. That's right. Yep. You said that was a North Carolina score though. North Carolina game though. Okay, bet. So we got second and 4 here in the third quarter with 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Again, look at the numbers here for Dugan. 11 of 16 for 117 yards and 2 interceptions. Takes a snap from his own 45-yard line out of the shotgun. Trying to avoid the rush. Has to throw that one incomplete. Felt the pressure. Nothing he can do. Third down coming up. You say it wasn't a North Carolina game. And so, yeah, that wasn't a North Carolina game. You're right. And let's see. Black said this will be the biggest blowout in college football, North Carolina history, I'm sure. Not North Carolina history. Okay, gotcha. All right, so we got third and 5 here. Horned Frogs trying to just see if they can get another score. Take it one score at a time. Takes a snap. And so Dugan already slipping to begin with. I mean, did someone spike his water bottle or something? He's just out there stumbling, tripping, and he's getting sacked a lot today. I mean, this is the tale of two different directions. One team, they can't do anything wrong. The other cannot do anything right, and that's a horrible formula for a national championship game. And so let's see. And Black says to say this and to say that, I was originally correct. And so, okay, bet. All right, punt's on the way. Fair catch symbol and caught at the 16-yard line. And so that is where UGA will take over from their own 16-yard line, leading this one 45-7. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, who is UGA's backup quarterback? I feel like I've known in years past who his backup quarterback is, but I haven't paid attention this year as to who Stinson Bennett's backup is. Braden says hashtag JB was right. But yeah, I'm curious as to who UGA's backup quarterback is, as this could be one of those games where you just pass the torch to him at some point. But again, right now we are currently at the commercial. Let's see. Rock says backup quarterback going in fourth quarter for sure. Oh, he has to. Perfect way to pass the torch. Let him get a little bit of confidence and stuff like that. You know, a couple touchdown drives and stuff like that. Let's see. Braden says he'll look it up. Okay, bet. Appreciate that, Braden. Let's see. But right now we've got 18 votes and 61% says Stinson Bennett. But of course, the guy that walked into the program and stuff like that. I mean, final game with UGA, and what a way to go out. What a way to go out. So now that question is going to be who will be the next quarterback for UGA moving forward. That will be the questions that we will be asking once we're done celebrating, which will never happen for UGA fans. All right, so Braden says that Carson Beck is a backup quarterback. Does Carson have any, I guess, actual game experience, perhaps this season or just in general? And let's see if Black says USC 55-19. 55-19. Let's see. Black says UGA can easily take the record tonight by a mile. Yes. And so Jessica says Carson Beck. And so, okay, bet. Yeah. Let me look up Carson Beck's stats and stuff like that so far. If he's actually gotten to the game and how many games he's gotten into, all that great stuff. Because, I mean, Stinson, he's been great, but it's going to be time to pass on the torch to someone else pretty soon. Very soon, actually. All right, so let's see. He's about 6'4", 217 pounds. So far, he has four passing touchdowns this season, 279 yards. He's from Jacksonville, Florida, and he's a sophomore, Carson Beck. We'll talk about him more, I guess, later on once he comes into the game, but that's UGA's backup quarterback. Meanwhile, Bennett gives it to the back, and the back finds the crease and gets the first down, picks up about 12 yards on the carry, and another first down. This train just keep on moving. Doesn't matter who's driving it. Let's see. Black says it was versus Oklahoma, 2005 Orange Bowl. Let's see. Rock says, wow, thank you, Black. And let's see. Black says, probably only in mop up duty. And so, oh, yeah, most definitely had to be mop up duty because this year Stinson was out there every meaningful game. It wasn't like the start of last year when they had, when they started, I forget his name and all like that. But yeah, so only in garbage time. All right, takes the snap. Going to give it to the other tight end here. And the tight end showing some burst. Takes it all the way to about the 38-yard line there of TCU. Again, here in the third quarter with 6 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. I'm sorry, that's a receiver right there. He's built like a tight end, though, but it's a receiver. Black says he'd rather sit through another gastric bypass awake than watch TCU's defense another snap. All right, here we go. Shotgun, I'm sorry, from their own 42-yard line. Fakes it to the back. Bennett looking. Bennett taking a deep shot. And oh, his receiver dropped the ball. The ball was there. He dropped it. What is TCU doing? They're not stopping the run. They're not really in good position on the pass. I mean, what kind of defense are they calling? Somebody's being blackmailed on this defense. It has to be. Because too many guys are open. Yeah, he dropped that ball, but that's him dropping the ball. Like that, if he like most guys make that catch. Look at Kirby Smart showing that he's got a nice little vertical over there. Let's see. Braden says, remember last year's championship game? I won extension Bennett benched for JT Daniels. Ouch. I do remember that, Braden. Meanwhile, pass and it's completed for yet another first down here for UGA. But there is a penalty right now. Let's see what this penalty is going to be. Maybe the penalty is for, I don't know, showing off on your opponent too much. Pass interference on the defense. Don't you have to be near the receiver to draw pass interference? Hodges Tomlinson, yeah, definitely not having anybody from TCU secondary on my draft board for sure. Let's see. Braden says, dang, Stinson Bennett has proved me wrong. He's proved me wrong too. I am not going to lie. Last year's championship game, I was thinking the same thing. I thought he was holding them back, but hey, the kid has stepped it up, proved everybody wrong. Takes the snap out of the shotgun, gives it to the back, and the back is going to take it to, they're still fighting forward there, takes it to about the 40-yard line. And that's Milton with yet another carry. And for a lot of these young men out there, this is their final game. Regardless what team you're rooting for on both sides, they have guys that after this game, this will be their last time suiting up in college football. So for UGA, they're going out on top of the world, but for TCU, they got to hold their head up and remember the good times. You just got to remember the good times. All right, here you go. Shotgun here. Two receivers at the top and bottom of the screen. Snaps the ball. Gives it to the back. In the back. He is going to get brought down there. Might have lost half a yard. Let's see. Black says that JT Daniels went on to transfer and transfer again. Black says TCU has a couple of magic carps out there on defense. All right, so we got 3rd and 8 coming up here. And so Stinson Bennett, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. And of course, we're talking passing. He also had 2 rushing touchdowns as well. I mean, give this man the MVP hands down. 3rd and 8. Takes the snap, looking, throws it. Another guy wide open. Wide open. What is going on with the secondary of TCU? I mean, like guys are just not even in position. Like this isn't just about guys getting beat. This is about guys not being near the football. Guys not being aware of how many guys are on the other team. They do realize that more than one guy runs a route, right? Because they're playing like they don't know that. I mean, wow. If I'm TCU, I'm taking back every single scholarship from every guy who's on defense, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2. All right, they snap the ball. Going to give it to the back, and the back it's going to get brought down back at the line of scrimmage. Their 2nd down coming up, 2nd and 10, 13 yards away from the end zone for UGA. Again, they lead right now 45-7. So far in this drive, 7 plays, 71 yards, and about 4 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock. All right, let's see. Braden says, I wonder how many of these Georgia players will be Packers next season. Black says, TCU has no conference championship nor a national championship this season. I guess the Michigan Bowl is their title this year. Wow, you're right. They don't have a conference championship. I forgot about that. And so McIntosh gets back. Going to lose a yard on the play. 3rd down coming up, but more importantly, that clock continues to run. Let's Let's see. Braden says Stinson Bennett having one of the greatest quarterback performances in national championship history. Black says Stinson Bennett to the Packers. Honestly, now that you mention it, Black, I mean, for backup purposes behind Jordan Love, I kind of do like that. I was thinking maybe Indianapolis behind, Matt Ryan, and if they draft someone else, who knows, or sign someone else. But hey, why not? All right, here we go. Third and 11 here for UGA. Trying to score another touchdown just because they can. Throws it. Another touchdown. Another touchdown. Someone call the police. Someone call the police. This TCU defense has been fraudulent all game long. They're not trying. They don't care. They're not guarding nobody. They're just literally running around out there. Wow. Wow. I can't believe it. Black says, Lord, he says, call the damn pounder. Animal control. UGA just scored again. He says, get them off the field. Old says, TCU quit. Braden says, regular season conference champion though. And then he says, wow. Here we go. Extra point. Wow. 52-7. Wow. We'd like to apologize to everyone who took time, whether it's from work, whether it's from their significant other, whether it's from someone else that's not their significant other, whoever. If you took time to watch this game and you're not a UGA fan, we apologize to you because this has just been a beatdown of the century right here. Beatdown of the century. Wow. Braden says, wow, your reaction, LOL, that was awesome. I mean, this is just, wow. I may have to reevaluate everything I said about Stinson Bennett when it comes to the draft. I mean, after a performance like this, I mean, although in the NFL, guys don't get that wide open, but my goodness, watching him and the poise that he has, you can feel the poise and the command that he has over the playbook and stuff like that. I mean, this young man, he's the definition of what the Bulldogs wanted at that position, what they needed, and why they've won the championship last year and this year as well. And so I think it's safe to say that we can crown him. We can crown him. Wow. I mean, but TCU, they did quit. They did quit. And believe me, if anybody does not forgive quitting, it's the committee. They will never forgive a team that quits on a big stage. It's just not a good look. It makes them look bad for putting TCU in to begin with. Although, again, I will say they did beat Michigan. They earned their way here. But just saying, the committee thinks about this kind of stuff in the future. So if it's ever close, best believe TCU will not be getting the benefit of the doubt from the committee after a performance like this. 52-7? Come on, man. 52-7? Wow. Braden says, I'm just watching your stream right now, not the game. I'm just here to interact with you guys at this point and to congratulate all the UGA fans out there. I mean, back-to-back championships. How about that? But this one, in beatdown fashion. I mean, we went from TCU to TC who? There's a reason why you don't put a frog and a dog in the same room. And we're finding out right now. Wow. Again, I do feel really bad, though, for the TCU fans. I mean, believe me, I understand. But this is about UGA tonight. This is about UGA. And this is about TCU quitting. They quit. Do we honestly still feel like Max Duggan should have got the Heisman Trophy given the performance today? Do we feel like that right now after what we've seen here? Although, to be fair, I think USC would have got beaten the same way today. But, man, this is just... All right, so UGA, 52 points right now here in the third quarter with 2 minutes and 17 seconds to go. That's right. I said third quarter, not the fourth, the third quarter. We still got a whole quarter left. Kickoff on the way, and we're going to get a return. He's at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There you go. I'm not even mad at you. Continue to take the ball out and try to pad your stats at this point. Wow. All right, let's see. Braden says first back-to-back championship since Bama did it in 2011 and 2012. And so, FBA, what's good with you? And you say y'all gonna miss Stinson next year? Go Dogs! Yes, this young man, the poise he has played with, and then just the mastery of the position and stuff like that. I mean, wow, it has just been extremely impressive, extremely. But here we go, first and 10. They give the ball to the back, and the back picks up 2 yards on the carry. Now we've got second and 8 right now. TCU, they're going to run the ball. They got the message here. At some point, you get your feelings hurt enough to where you're like, you know what, we just want this game over as much as you guys want to start celebrating. So both coaches will be continuing to go out there and try to run out the clock, put in the backups, let them get some experience. This is a great stage for them to at least be able to say, hey, we're here. Even for TCU, be able to say we got the play. Meanwhile, Dugan looking lost, and so Dugan trying to figure out what to do with it, avoiding the rush, and he just slings it, overthrows a wide open guy, although it wouldn't have made a difference, but I mean, it would have at least got you the first. And so it's been that kind of night. It's been that kind of night. It's okay. Madden has taught me when things are going bad, they go real bad. Same thing happens on Madden if you let somebody score too much early. But look at it. You look at the effort these receivers are playing with. Nobody's out there running full speed. Everybody's just jogging. They've given up. They're just out there just to be out there. It's one thing to lose, but you don't quit. You don't quit. And that's exactly what this team did. They quit. Let's see. Black says, dude, nobody deserved the Heisman outside of Bryce Young. Here we go, third and 8, throws it, it's completed. That's going to be a first down. He's still running, takes it all the way to the 45-yard line, and a first down. The young man Davis for TCU. And while it may not make a difference on the scoreboard or this game, Davis is going to be able to say, well, at least I wasn't the problem. 4 catches, 78 yards. I'm sorry, 5 catches for 101 yards now. So he can say it's not on him. All right, they give the ball to the back up the middle, and he's going to pick up 2 yards on the play. 55 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Let's see. Braden says it's not even the fourth quarter yet. Black says, I did just realize the game is only in the third quarter, too. Yes, guys, we've got 1 quarter still to go. My goodness, after this one, a full quarter. Black says the TCU band probably forgot how to play their damn fight song. It's been so long. Again, I'm not laughing at the TCU fans and stuff like that. They deserve so much better. And I hate that this is the memory they're going to have from the championship game. Meanwhile, Max Dugan, I mean, he just gets out of bounds, stumbling, whatever it is, goes out of bounds. Third down coming up. He lost a yard actually on that run. So we got 3rd and 9 coming up from the UGA 44-yard line. All right, so we are about to hit that fourth quarter. And the score, UGA 52-7. At one point, the score was 10-7. But after TCU got on the scoreboard, UGA took it personally. And they have been dominating since then. My goodness, since the first quarter, UGA has scored 35 points unanswered since the first quarter, not including the first quarter. They did score 42 unanswered, though. But, wow, this is how you put a team away. You throw away the key. And matter of fact, you just put so many chains on the door, nobody's getting out. Wow. And so, Mike, what's good with you? Fishing Mike, what's good with you? And you say, Bryce, who? You say, TC, who? And so Black says they got a good fan base. And so, absolutely, they do. Absolutely. TCU does have an outstanding fan base for sure. Outstanding alumni as well. And so, again, this is nothing against them at all. At all. UGA was just clearly the better team. And so, let's see. Black says, I'd rather see Clemson take this L. We all have a team that we would rather see get demolished this badly. Believe me, we all have a team in mind. But it just so happened to be TCU today. 52-7, 1 quarter remaining. But this is where we're going to put the backups in, give them a chance to shine. Let's see. Braden says, just saw someone put 50K on TCU winning tonight. That person was someone who just wanted to lose money at this point. 50K? I'm just mad I wasn't the person on the other end of that, and I'm just mad that it wasn't more than 50K, man. I mean, that's crazy. Black says, you got to be lying, bruh. Black says he's going to call you out on that when he says, stop the cap, Braden. He says, you're lying. He says, no freaking way. 50K? If that's true, Braden, that is insane. That's insane. $50,000. I mean, you got to be in a certain tax bracket to be able to make that kind of a bet and sleep at night afterwards. That's insane. That is insane. Man, someone really set him up. Let's see. FBA says, old man from Houston bet 1.5 million on TCU. Woo-hoo. Man, a lot of people not going to be sleeping good tonight and all like that. That's a lot of money. A lot of money there. Black says he really thought he'd be ahead of the curve with that. I mean, heck, maybe he's about, I don't know, 200 years ahead of the curve. It's not going to help him today at all. At all. Let's see. Braden says, yeah, it is. Black says easily lost 50K. It was done before halftime. I'm sure that guy had a contingency plan and probably escaped throughout a private jet or something. Meanwhile, on third down, they just throw it to the back, lose about 2 yards on the play, and so fourth down coming up, but the clock does run. So we'll take that. Let's see. Black says must be the Texans owner. FBA says he bet 5 million on Astros winning the World Series and won 775. Bet. All right, here we go. Fourth down, and TCU is going to at least line up to go for it here. Why not? You've got nothing to lose. Takes the snap out of the shotgun. Feels the pressure. Throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. UGA gets the ball. Turnover on downs. Insane. Meanwhile, 24 votes right now, and we are heavily favoring Stinson Bennett right now at 71% of the votes. All right, so at what point do we put in the backup quarterback at what point? I get it, it's Bennett's last game, so obviously you want to let him continue to go out there and just play a little bit longer, but at some point you do put the backup in there. Tight end goes in motion. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back. Snaps the ball, going to give it to the back. The back off the left side, met by the defender, but drags him for 3 yards there. Second down coming up. Here in the fourth quarter, and we got 14 minutes left to go of the college football season. Let's see. Black says he feels like they've only crossed the 50-yard line 3 or 4 times all game. You know, now that you mention it, I feel like it does feel like for TCU about 3, really about 3 times, honestly. It feels like that they've crossed the 50. And again, just a reminder, my next live stream is going to be for the NFL wildcard game between the Jaguars and the Chargers on Saturday. I will be streaming that game. I haven't set it up yet, but I will get it set up sometime over the next day or two. And so that will be the next stream. Let's see. Black says, you know they want to give Stinson Bennett of the Dowd Bennett a curtain call in this game. And so yes. And there it goes. What a tremendous career. You look at how he started and look at how he's finishing it. Wow, this is the kind of stuff that they try to do on those Madden storylines when they hire a Spike Lee to write a storyline. It would be something similar to this. Guy comes in out of nowhere, ends up walking on the team, works his way up the depth chart, and then wins a couple natties, just like that. Beats out the competition just like that. Hats off to him. I mean, just the growth that we've seen from this young man. That goes to show you keep working on your craft. You continue to get better each and every year. Who you are this year, you can be even better next year. Same thing though for Max Duggan. You look at what he did last year. Stats wasn't that great last year. Came in this year and lit it up for most of the season. Obviously, this game is different, but UGA is just on a different tier, especially tonight. But both of these quarterbacks, got to give them their due. They worked hard to get to this spot that they're in. Let's see. Oh, it says TCU might get 70 points dropped on them. And so there's plenty of time. Plenty of time. Last quarter, they scored 14 points, and that's the least amount of points that they've scored in any quarter. So they very well possibly can. Braden says it's finally the fourth quarter. Yes, finally the fourth quarter. I mean, so many guys stepped up here for UGA. It's just insane. As a team, they have 184 yards on the ground and three rushing touchdowns. Stetson Bennett has over 300 yards passing, 18 of 25, 304 yards through the air, and four touchdowns and no interceptions. That's what's crazy about it. Four passing touchdowns, and then you add the two rushing touchdowns, so six touchdowns today, and not a single turnover. Wow. Wow, he had the game that Max Dugan needed to have to give his team a chance. As for Mad Max, well, zero touchdowns, two interceptions, negative 19 yards on the ground. I mean, just not the performance that you needed from your best player. Let's see. Braden says also Hendon Hooker did that this season. And so, good old Hendon Hooker. But again, we are right now currently at the commercial due to a timeout called by UGA. And so now's the perfect time to soak it all in. Back to back champions. That's impressive because we know in college football a lot of guys got drafted from that UGA team. But here we go. Take the snap, hands it to the back. Now we've got the new quarterback in. So it's a good chance to take a look at the future. Yep, it's a good chance for UGA to take a quick glimpse of the future. Let's see, Braden says nightmare scenario happens tonight for TCU. Even in my wildest of dreams there, I did not anticipate that this was going to happen. I thought they'd have more fight, at least from the offensive perspective. But here we go, 3rd and 5. The new kid's in there. He throws and picks up right where Bennett left off at and gets the first down. Just like that. Bennett likes it. He likes it, supporting his replacement from the sideline. Oh wow, tie for most in a BCS championship, tied with Joe Burrow, who did it a couple years ago. Great company to be in. Let's see. Jessica says, fun fact: Stinson is your first cousin. Hey, hey, gotta be proud. Gotta be proud. Let's see. Braden says Carson Beck is gonna be good for Georgia. Here we go. Back up under center. Takes the snap, gonna give it to the back, and the back gets back to the line of scrimmage there. Second down coming up. And so right now, the only thing preventing UGA from partying right now is just the time on the clock. So the countdown continues. Old says just milk the clock. Just milk the clock. And let's see, Black says, you mean to tell me Kent State Golden Sabins and the Sanford Bradford Bulldogs put up a bigger fight than TCU? Absolutely. And let's see. FBA says, go Stinson. Yes, hats off to that man. And best of luck for him in the future as well. Meanwhile, out of the shotgun, they give it to the back, and the back fighting forward. Going to pick up about a good 4 yards on the carry. Third down coming up. So we got 3rd and 5 coming up. Again, that was Robinson on the carry. Branson Robinson for UGA. Let's see. Braden says Stetson Bennett might be the next Joe Burrow. And so that's the first I'm hearing of that, Braden. All right, here we go. 3rd and 5. Shotgun formation. Receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap. TCU brings pressure. Back loafs it up there. Incomplete. Incomplete. Got to put a little bit more touch on that pass there, but incomplete. 4th down coming up. Ball at the TCU 24-yard line. And of course, all smiles on the sideline there for UGA. And so Braden's laughing. Black says, all right, Braden is drunk. Here we go. Shotgun formation here. Receiver goes in motion. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. 5 seconds on the play clock. They snap it. It's 4th and 5. He throws it. It's completed for a first down, and they go all the way to the 11-yard line. That's Dylan Bell with the reception for UGA. Back to Bell. Braden says bot, and so yes, absolutely. That's how you know we've got a big stream normally when we have those bots come through. 10 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter. But UGA, they're not ready to party yet. They want to score again. Here they go in the shotgun. Tight end goes in motion. Takes the snap. Gives it to the back. The back. Still fighting forward. Breaking tackles. And he's going to take it all the way to the end zone. Let's see what they say. No, they say he's short. They say he's short. I don't know about that. He might have gotten it. But, man. All right, so they're a yard shy. They hurry up to the line, snap it, and gives it to the back. And so the back is going to get a touchdown. I don't know what the officials are waiting for. That's a touchdown. Yep, that is a touchdown again for UGA. Black says touchdown again. Braden says just score 60 on him. Why not? Why not? You would have thought that TCU said something personal about Kirby Smart, the way that he's having his team attack them. To cap it off in the end zone, and we still got 9 minutes and 24 seconds to go. All right, so here we go. The extra point attempt. Extra point is up, and it is good. 59-7. Wow. Wow. A difference of 52 points. And we're not done. No Bennett, no problem. This train keeps on rolling. Let's see. Braden says the biggest beatdown in national championship history. And so Braden says poor Hypnotoad. Yeah, this is one that's going to really, really, really sting. I mean, TCU diehard fans, they're going to call in sick for tomorrow for work. They're not going to want to go in the rest of the week. They're not going to want to talk to anybody. They've already shut their phones down, and I can't blame them. A performance like this is one thing to lose. It's another thing to get beat like this on the biggest of stages. That's tough. Let's see. Black says they will never allow any other team outside the SEC into the playoffs again. LOL. TCU just set us back 10 years. You know, they really have shut down that conference. Woo, they really have. They really have. It's going to be so tough. Let's see. Black says even Neo turned off the TV. Oh, good old Neo. But there's still 9 minutes and 24 seconds left to go of what's left of this game. But on that drive, Carson Beck, who came in replacement of Stinson Bennett for UGA, was 2 of 3 for 31 yards. They also relied a bit on Branson Robinson, who had 6 carries, 23 yards, and he capped it off with a touchdown on that last drive. I hope for the NCAA's sake that they got all of their best ads out of the way when it comes to commercials, because this game's been done for a long time. Oh yeah, the TCU fans, go ahead, beat that traffic. Go ahead, make the trip back, go to the airport, all that stuff. It's just crazy, just crazy. Or enjoy the scenery. And so again, here in the fourth quarter, 9 minutes and 24 seconds to go. UGA up 59-7 right now, and they're about to kick things off after they just scored a touchdown their last time out there. Kickoff on the way. And no return on that one. So TCU will take over from their own 25-yard line. Let's see. Black says advertisers are pissed, man. Yes. You know that they are. You know that they are. Especially someone who was hoping their ad would play in the second half. If you didn't get that thing out the way in the first quarter, you were out of the way. Let's see. Black says that ratings must have sunk in the first quarter. And so, yes, you know it. You know it. You know it. I already know that Mr. JB already went to sleep probably before halftime and stuff like that, as opposed to sit here and watch this. All right, but UGA burned another timeout right now. Yeah, because right now Kirby Smart is not concerned with the rest of us who just want this game to be over one way or the other. But yeah, congratulations. This has been a team effort, pure domination from start to finish, a clinic on how to snatch another team's soul. And that's exactly what UGA did. Black says he wants a new poll. Will TCU score another touchdown? I think we can answer that one with most likely not. Most likely not. All right, but again, right now, currently at the commercial because UGA called a timeout. So we were just speaking about the advertisement. So perfect opportunity for them to get some ads in now. I mean, but UGA just outplayed TCU, and it wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. I guess the only battle left for TCU to win is to try to be the first team to get dressed and get on the bus. That's the only battle left that TCU might be able to win at this point. It just has not been their night. All right, I'm gonna have a talk with Kirby Smart at this point. I get you want to make your substitutions, but you got to stop calling timeouts now. You're just prolonging the game at this point. It's time for UGA fans. Well, they've already started partying, but it's time for the team to be able to start partying as well and get this one over. All right, meanwhile, speaking of the poll, we've got 29 votes right now, and 72% of you say that you prefer to have Stinson Bennett as your quarterback as opposed to Max Dugan. All right, here we go for TCU from their own 25-yard line. They take the snap, and the back is going to get brought down by that UGA defense. So we got second down coming up here, second and 12 from their own 23-yard line. And so just imagine the different emotions that TCU is going from. I mean, they went from being excited to be here, thinking we got this, to oh no, to oh wow, to oh my gosh, this is embarrassing, to I hope my folks aren't watching the TV. Like, this is just bad. And they continue to go backwards here. It doesn't stop. That time, Dugan decide. I mean, offensive line gives them no time. Too many guys. It's just so many things going wrong right now. Wow. Third and 21 right now for TCU from their own 14-yard line. Braden says still 9 minutes left. Well, about 8 minutes now. Four receivers, one back. Takes the snap. Looking. Feels the pressure. And he throws it. And it is complete. Somehow he got that ball out of there. But it's completed, which is good news for us. Keeps the clock moving. 7 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. Fourth down coming up. Now for TCU, if you go for it and don't get it, UGA is going to score again. If you punt the ball, UGA is going to score again. So they're going to opt to go for it so UGA can score again. All right, takes the snap here. Doesn't see the guy coming to the last second, and that's another sack for that UGA defense. My goodness. Wow. Wow. And as Black just said, oh my gosh, get them off the field. Black also says to blame Bill O'Brien for making us watch this monstrosity. You know what? Hey, gotta blame somebody, right? Gotta blame somebody. Wow. I mean, look at that fan. Her face says it all. I mean, wow. She's not showing up for work for the rest of the year. I promise you that. As for Mad Max, I mean, this is a game that you're gonna have to forget it, and at some point you will forget it. Just kidding, you'll never forget it, but you got to try. But here goes UGA. They give it to the back. The back. Now he's bursting towards the end zone, and that's a touchdown again. A touchdown again. That's it. That's it. We got to call game. We should have been called game. Wow. What is this? I knew Texas was going to show up, but I didn't know that their middle school was going to show up. This must be their all middle school team. Their all middle school team. What is this? Look at them. What was Big 52 doing? What was Big 52 doing? Doing the Harlem Shake? He did nothing. What was 52 doing? He just stood there. Nobody had to block him. Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow. And so he missed the extra point out of respect for TCU and stuff like that. That's why he missed the extra point out of respect. But man, 65-7 is the beatdown we're witnessing. And there's still 7 minutes and 23 seconds to go. And at this rate, they're probably going to score 2 or 3 more times before it's all said and done. This is insane. Wow. Braden says he just wants them to score over 60. Black says touchdown again. Jeez. Braden says Black Medicine way ahead. JB still processing the sack. And Braden's laughing. Black says this is the Texas Christian School of the Blind on the field, bruh, and it shows. This is insane. Wow. Wow. This is just unbelievable. Like I can't believe what I'm seeing here. This is worse than anything I have witnessed on a big stage. This is just bad. Like they're going to have to create a new word for this one. Create a new word for this one. My goodness. If I'm Kirby Smart after this game, I'm demanding to get yet another contract extension and a raise after this. Wow. This just reset TCU to who they were before this season. I'm sorry. This beatdown today just erased everything they did in the regular season. This is just a huge beatdown. And let's see, Black says pull the kicker scholarship. Was it even the same kicker? Was it even the same kicker? They might have even substituted the kicker at this point. Wow. Braden says out of respect, LOL. Let's see. Wow. Braden says Rob Black Medicine. And so this is just, whew, this is really bad, guys. This is really bad. Really bad. I mean, it's so bad that I have to find the joy in this beatdown and stuff like that because this is historically bad. I was not prepared for this kind of a beatdown today. This is the kid that everyone was saying, like for TCU, that he's going to be this, he's going to be that. But against UGA, he did nothing. But I'm not going to put this on him. It was a team beatdown. Everybody got beat down. I mean, UGA's beating them so bad, I would have thought that UGA was playing with 20 people and TCU was playing with 2 because it honestly feels that way. Let's see. Black says, well, pull his. Let's see. Braden says, is this the national championship or the first game of the season against an FCS school? And so FCS schools have more heart than this. This is just downright like not even in the same league. Not even in the same league. I mean, wow. I I I don't even have the words. I don't even have the words. Every TCU fan should already be home by now. Do yourself the favor there, unless you're just someone that can just party and keep it neutral. Because this is just, wow. Kickoff, no return. There's still 7 minutes and 23 seconds left to go, guys. 7 minutes and 23 seconds left to go. Let's see. Black says Sanford 33-0. He says, Braden, the FCS school they played, put up a bigger fight. That's right. And let's see. Braden says True Black Medicine. Wow. This is just, I don't know what kind of a speech you give a team like this. This is the kind of game where if you're the head coach, I'm taking everybody's parent's phone number and I'm calling everybody's parent and telling their parent what their kid did not do tonight. Letting them know that their kid quit. That's what I'm doing if I'm the coach. Meanwhile, they give the ball here to the back. In the back, he's going to pick up about 9.5 yards there. Second down coming up. Second, and let's just call it 2nd and 1 from the TCU 34-yard line. And so they put Mad Max on the sideline. Not the way he envisioned ending his career. But man, what a disappointment. Takes the snap, gives it to the back in the back. Takes it all the way to about the 41-yard line of TCU, but most importantly, continues to keep that clock running. 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the fourth. Again, UGA up huge, 65-7. We're making history tonight, UGA. That's exactly what's happening. TCU takes a snap, gives it to the back, and the back off the left side goes out of bounds. I mean, they beat the pride out of these guys, not even lying. Most teams will still be trying to score, but right now TCU's been beaten so bad, they just want it over with. Now, UGA, they want to keep scoring, but TCU just wants it over with. All right, here we go to the shotgun here. Takes a snap, fakes it to the back. Quarterback going to keep it and goes out of bounds. And thankfully for us, the clock continues to run. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left. And this is Chandler Morris. He is a freshman. So far this season, 145 yards and one touchdown. Black says, I'd fake a hamstroke on the field first. All right, here we go. 3rd and 6. Back goes in motion. Takes a snap out of the shotgun. Pressure in his face. Throws it. Ball gets tipped. And it's going to be an incompletion. Unfortunately, that stops the clock. Unfortunately, NCAA needs to create a rule. If you're down by 50 or more points, we're just going to run the clock irregardless. That's a rule that the NCAA really needs to consider incorporating after a beatdown like this. I can only imagine what Twitter is saying. I can only imagine. I can't wait to see what Twitter has to say about this game. All right, we got the punting unit out there. All right, punts on the way. Fair catch and caught at the 25-yard line, and that's where UGA will take over from their own 25-yard line. So with 5 minutes and 7 seconds to go, expecting this offense to keep doing what they've been doing literally all game long and take it to the end zone. Let's see, Black says they have it in high school. They need to bring that to college as well. They really need to. If it gets that bad, it should be like we want it done. We want it over with. Let's see, Black says, damn, TCU is trending. You probably started it, not going to lie. You probably started that trend right there. And let's see. LeBron says, like Prince said, purple rain, purple rain. It's raining in LA. You're right. Here we go. And so it's going to be a carry of 5 yards. He said those purple frogs never should have been in the playoffs. Feel bad for the casual viewers. Meanwhile, 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. 65 points, the most in the BCS college football playoff title game ever. 65 points. Let's see, Braden said, just saw someone say that they turned the game on and asked if the score was real. Imagine that. You're getting off from work. You're a TCU fan. You get in front of the couch knowing it's probably the third or fourth quarter, and you see this mess. Meanwhile, the back takes it to about almost midfield here. How could does TCU even practice tackling at all? I mean, have they just been winning shootouts all game, all season long? My goodness. This is like, you got to reevaluate some stuff, man. Like, my goodness, how could you put that defense out there? Let's see. Black says Nick Saban is trending. Black says Stinson is trending. Braden says, okay, so Braden says score 70 on him. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. Quarterback up under center. Going to give it to the back in the back off the right side. And he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. Got 2nd down coming up. 2nd and about 5. Black says the yardage per play by UGA has been insane. That's what's getting me. It's the yards per play. And it doesn't matter if it's a pass. Doesn't matter if it's a run. Pop Brown has always said, never let a team run and pass on you. Well, look at the difference in rushing yards. 252 to what was that? 36 by TCU. And then you look at the difference in passing. I mean, they have done everything. You can't let a team both pass and run on you. Here you go, 2nd and 5. They give it to the back again, and the back is going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. Now we got 3rd and 2, but more importantly, that clock is continuing to run. Let's see, Black says it's been all shootouts. Black says the Little Giants. And so LeBron says the Little Giants could beat TCU. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, man, guys. I mean, I really do feel bad for TCU fans. The fans did not deserve this. The team played like garbage, but the fans did not deserve this. They give it to the back, and he gets the first down, taking it to the 40-yard line of TCU. Yeah, UGA got the feeling they're going to go ahead and try to get over 70. And look at Kirby Smart over there. Whew. Leslie Black says the Mighty Ducks could probably, and that is a different damn sport. Wow. I mean, pure domination. Pure domination. The only other time I seen UGA this season really take it to this extent of a beatdown, you have to go back to, I think, week 1 against Oregon. Now, of course, they had a lot of games where they really did, win impressively, but a beatdown like this that just took the opponent's soul like that. I mean, they did it to Oregon at the beginning of the season, but man, what they did to TCU on this stage, wow. And so I guess this is it. Time to take those knees. Take those knees. And so LeBron says horned frogs, more like Barney. Black wants them to score again. And so I kind of sort of wanted to see them do it again just because it looks so nice. But TCU, they want this game over and done. And so, but congratulations to UGA. You are back to back champions. Wow. And Bennett, what a day. What a day. But wow, every single UGA player played their heart out. Everybody that stepped on the field. I mean, wow. TCU was outcoached. They were outmanned. They were outplayed, outscored, everything. Wow. Braden says, yeah, this is worse than the Oregon game. He wants him to score again. Let's show some compassion for TCU. For TCU, hey, the regular season was tremendous, but you knew what kind of defense you had. You knew what kind of defense you had. Let's see. Braden says, please, Georgia. It's done. It's a wrap. UGA has won and is finalized. They won 65-7. We knew this game was over by second quarter, but they went out there and finished just as strong as they started. Very impressive. Double-digit scoring in every single quarter, and they only gave up one touchdown the entire game to the Heisman runner-up. Give it up for the Bulldogs. How about that? Absolutely insane. LeBron says 65-7. Are you kidding me? That's a gentleman beatdown. Georgia gave them that tonight. You know what? They have showed us what a beatdown looks like. Even today in 2023, we still see people getting beat down like this. That was just a bad beatdown. Altogether a bad beatdown. I mean, I had so much respect for UGA prior to this, but after this, I mean, I'm just like, wow, like you did not want a piece of these Bulldogs tonight. I mean, wow. Jessica says, it's a damn good day to be a Georgia Bulldog. Let's go run it up. There you go. There you go. Let's go out there and get this party started for sure. Congratulations again to all the UGA fans, to UGA in general, and to everyone that sat through this game, this beatdown, to support the channel. I appreciate you guys. It has been one heck of a great season. I am very sad that college football is now done. I'm already missing it, but hey, I will be back Saturday for the Chargers versus the Jaguars for the NFL playoff game, and so we'll be getting that going, and then soon we'll have college basketball soon as well, starting soon. But hey, appreciate you guys, and what a game. What a game. So, wow. That's all I can say is just wow. Just wow. All right, let's see where we're at right now in terms of the comments. Whew, but what a game. And just to one more time, go over the scores here. You had Stinson Bennett, the stats. Stinson Bennett, 18 of 25, 304 yards through the air, 4 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. He also had 3 carries for 39 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns, making him responsible for 6 touchdowns. How about that? Braden says he's got no compassion for purple teams. Wow. And so let's see. Braden says, great stream, JB, given the circumstances of how bad this game was. And so, yes, Absolutely appreciate that. And so, yes, but I actually enjoyed it. It was just college football, interacting with everybody. But yes, appreciate you guys for sticking with me. I know this was a tough one to sit through. So I appreciate you guys for being here. Let's see. Parker said this was so entertaining. Hey, appreciate you, Parker. Appreciate you for coming through. Absolutely. But man, I mean, it was a beatdown, but I feel like we still enjoyed the stream despite the beatdown. And congratulations again to UGA. Way to make a statement. Make a statement. Absolutely. And for anybody that bet money on TCU, I feel your pain. I really do, but I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. Absolutely. Let's see. Black says, let's get the hell out of here. Let's follow Black's lead here. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. But hey, thank every person that came through on this stream. You guys are the real MVP. I appreciate you guys. And congratulations again to UGA. You are the national champions once again, back to back. Can UGA do it 3 times in a row? Well, we'll have to find that out later on, towards the end of this year, next year, all that great stuff. But for now, party it up, UGA, and congratulations, Stinson Bennett and company. JB signing off. See you guys hopefully on Saturday for the wild card game between the Jaguars